Hello all my gorgeous souls from across the globe. Welcome back to my channel, and if this is the first time that you're here, please allow for me to introduce myself to you. My name is Vanessa Somuayina, and I am a best-selling author of 6 tarot and oracle decks. I'm also the founder of Bow Life Switzerland, my health and wellness business that I built with the guidance of my tarot cards. Now, as I've been doing every single month of the year for literally years at this point, I have another monthly prediction prepared for you. So if you would like to step into the month of May feeling like you've got all of the guidance and confidence that you could only wish for, then this is the perfect prediction and horoscope video for you to be on. And I've prepared a really special video for you guys today. A couple days ago, I posted a poll here on YouTube asking you what type of additional content that you would like to see for your May predictions. Now, while the majority of you voted to receive a May specific manifestation video, a lot of you also expressed your wish for a guided meditation. So I decided to do both. How this video is going to work is that first I'm going to show you your May manifestation formula. Use this formula from the moment that you receive your reading. You don't have to wait till the 1st of May. However, if you're watching this video and May has already begun, don't waste any time. Use this manifestation formula and then come back to let me know in June how it worked out for you. Then we're going to move into a guided meditation that I have developed for you to make May the most successful month of the year. And then we'll step into you picking one of 2 groups that I've got prepared for you. And right now you may be thinking to yourself, Vanessa, this is crazy, this is epic, this is the best May preparation ever. I'm not done yet, you guys. After that, every single sign of the Zodiac has its very own timestamp and its very own May horoscope that you get to receive as the 4th and final part of this prediction. The timestamps to every single portion of this video can be found below in the description box, as well as pinned to the top of the comment section. I have developed this May prediction specifically as your self-care routine to go through step by step. So I do recommend that you start by learning your May manifestation formula, get your pen and paper out and make sure that you actually practice it. Then do your guided meditation to prep you to receive your May predictions. Then you get to pick one of the 2 groups that I've got prepared for you. And lastly, click your zodiac signs timestamp. And for all of my astrology geeks, feel free to tune into your sun, moon, and rising sign in order to receive the most accurate and personal prediction possible. And of course, you can join all of my complimentary trainings and download my PDFs below in the description box. I hope that you enjoy this May prediction video. Let me know below in the comment section. You know I love to hear from you. But now, without further ado, let's get into the first part of this video where I take you through your May manifestation formula. So I'll catch you at the click of all of your timestamps. Ihr seid die allerbesten. Ich liebe euch. Bis gleich. Alright, you guys, so since this is the first time that we're actually incorporating a manifestation practice into our monthly horoscopes, we're going to start off by doing a manifestation practice that is easy but very powerful, and this is scripting your desired reality for the upcoming month. Desired reality script May 2025. And what you're going to do is you're going to write out how the month of May feels, what's happening, everything that you're accomplishing, everything that you dream of happening in May, and you're going to write it as though it is happening in the present moment. So let me give you some examples. I am so grateful to be healthy and loved, especially if you're going through some health trials and tribulations or your love life is on the rocks. You are going to ignore what's happening at the time of you actually scripting it out and instead create a new reality and manifestation for yourself. And you're going to want to write it in the I am tense, and I love to start every sentence off with I am so grateful for whatever manifestation I am then calling into reality during the month of May. I am so grateful that my friends and family are safe and healthy. I am so grateful to have read 4 more books during May. I am so grateful I got to vacation at a beach in May 2025 in the most beautiful resort. Now, if you want to leave this kind of open as to where you're going to end up going, don't write a specific location, but if there's a specific dream, a location you have in mind, the more precise, the better. Let's do a few more manifestations. I am so grateful I am working with my dream clients. I am so grateful my business is doing better than ever. I'm so grateful I get to go to Pilates 3 times per week. I'm so grateful I got a new MacBook for work. So you're going to write down exactly what you want to happen as though it's already happened in order to manifest this into reality. So don't skip out on this manifestation practice, and because you have it written down, make sure you come back next month and let me know what manifestations really easily manifested. If these are ongoing manifestations, like for example, that you're so grateful that you're healthy and loved, or you're so grateful that your friends and family are safe and healthy, if that's also part of the manifestations that you want to write down, just like I did, then that may be a repeating manifestation that you're going to want to manifest every single month, because it is an ongoing reality you're wanting to reinforce and create for yourself. So these are our May manifestation techniques. Have fun trying this out. Don't procrastinate this. Don't skip out on it. Do it right now. Even if you just write something in your notes app on your phone, it is far more powerful to write it down with your hand into a notebook, because it just solidifies the neural pathways of your manifestations a lot more deeply. But either way, doing it janky is better than not doing it at all. Make sure that you practice our desired reality script for May 2025, as this is our monthly manifestation technique. Do it once before the month begins. Write down mini manifestations throughout the day. So 3 points every single day of what you're manifesting. Do that throughout the month and see how your life forever changes. All right, so we're now going to get into the meditation portion of your May 2025 predictions and horoscopes. Feel free to close your eyes, to lean back, relax, lay down if you can. Make yourself comfortable as we delve into this May meditation to prepare you for the most fantastic and successful month of the year. So whenever you're ready, allow for your eyes to gently close and start to become aware of your breathing. Are you breathing deeply, or is your breathing shallow? Either way, don't judge yourself, and instead focus on deepening your breath into your stomach. Take the deepest breath you've taken all month, and allow yourself to just relax into this space with me. To relax into our safe, healed community. Now, I want you to continue breathing deeply and to place the palms of your hand either on your lap or on a table in front of you, with your palms facing upward. This is the pose of receiving. This symbolizes that you're ready to receive. Keep breathing deeply. Now, as you're breathing, you're ready to receive. You've got your palms facing upward, and you're noticing your breath. I want you to think of the manifestations that you just wrote out, that you just set for May of 2025. And I want you to feel so deeply how connected you are to these by visualizing these manifestations coming to fruition. If one of your manifestations was you being healthy and happy, envision yourself right now before your eyes, smiling, healthy, happy, thriving, without a care in the world. Envision it before your eyes. See it and feel it. If you envisioned yourself being successful, abundant, free, see what that looks like before your eyes during this meditation. Whether it's you driving your dream car, a certain level of achievement in your professional life, or simply having more time than you know what to do with. Breathe deeply as you connect to this image of who you are and of May that you are creating. Because life just is, and you are the creator, the divine power that chooses their reality. Choose to feel into these images, because remember, your thoughts are the vehicle. Your imagination is your mode of transportation straight to all of your manifestations. Feel ahead of time what it's going to be like to absolutely smash the month of May in an unforgettable way. How proud that you feel about yourself, everything that you've accomplished, how grateful you are to be here, to be alive, to have another opportunity to thrive, and you're taking it. See before your eyes in this meditation your dream life. Breathe deeply and know that everything that you're seeing right now is meant to be yours. Everything that you're seeing right now is possible. Relax and release any thought that you may have had of doubt. You have taken this time to invest in yourself right now. You have taken this time to heal. And for that, you should feel proud. And for that, you're gonna give yourself credit. Continue to breathe deeply. Allow for your entire body to relax. Your shoulders to relax. Your jaw to relax. Keep a straight spine. Continue to breathe into this feeling of pride and gratitude and knowing that you are are going to make the month of May the best month to come. Keep breathing deeply for just a few more deep breaths into your belly, the deepest breaths you've taken all month. And when you're ready, gently come back to your May prediction and reading. Gently open your eyes. Give you a couple extra moments just to come back to the present. Now you're prepared for us to delve deeply into all of these divine messages about the month of May and to uncover everything that's coming towards you. I'll connect with you during your individual readings. Hello, my gorgeous souls. So these are the two groups that you get to choose from for the first part of your May 2025 predictions and horoscopes before we move into the reading for each individual zodiac sign. But this makes for part one of your May prediction. So group number one corresponds to the Work Your Light Oracle cards, and group number two corresponds to the Inner Child Oracle deck. I will give you a little moment of privacy right here to meditate on the two groups in order to choose the perfect group for you to guide you into part one of your May predictions. I hope that you enjoyed our manifestation technique as well as our manifestation meditation to just help solidify all of these readings and messages even more into your system and even more into your life into May, because remember, your thoughts truly do become things and they create your personal reality. And now I can't wait for us to delve into your reading. So as already mentioned, I'll give you this little moment of privacy. Feel free to pause the video right here if you need a minute, and I will catch you all at the click of your timestamps. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number one. You chose the Work Your Light Oracle deck in order to guide you in this first and really important part of your May prediction that we're going to get into right now before we delve into each zodiac sign's portion of their reading. So let's first figure out what path that you chose for May and what this means for you, group number one. First up, we've got Answer the Call. What is your soul calling you to do? You are going to receive a mega unexpected call during the month of May, and it's going to feel like you have to make the decision in a split second right then when your phone rings. But there's a reason why you're receiving this reading. There's a reason why you're here right now, and that is to prepare you for when this call comes, group number one. So now you already know you have a super unexpected call coming towards you, either from an ex or a parent that you're no longer in touch with, a friend that you haven't spoken to in literal years, and your soul is going to tell you exactly what to do in that moment. There's no point in pre-stressing. There's no point in thinking to yourself, oh my God, what am I going to do? How am I going to react? Who is this going to be? You're going to know because you received this reading. Your soul already has this kind of imprint now of, okay, I know to expect this. I know this is coming during the month of May, and you will intuitively know exactly what to do when that call comes. And your guides see that you are most likely going to answer the call. You're most likely going to pick up. You're most likely going to think to yourself, let's see what's going on with this person and why they're calling me, because it is really unlike them and weird for them to be reaching out in this way. And then Spirit is confirming afterwards with yes. You guys, you can't make this up. You see me shuffle. I don't pre-prepare the piles. So in yes, you can see that your guides are literally saying to you, just say yes. one thing that I see here for you is that May is a month of huge yeses. May is a month of, rather than overthinking what you should do, how you should move forward, should you pick up the call, should you talk to this person, you're just answering with simple yeses, because even if you've already made your mind up that you're never going to take this ex back, you're never going to forgive your dad or your mom for what they did to you, you're never going to be cool with this friend or this ex coworker ever again. Even if in your mind you already have made that decision, you are just saying yes to hear what they have to say, and that will just even solidify your opinion more deeply. It's not that you are open for everyone to sway you, but what you are open to is learning more about other people and situations in which you've made a decision, you're standing on your decision, and it just gives you even more validation as to why you made certain choices. So literally the month of May is a month of confirmation for you. It's a month of confirming everything that you already knew intuitively, but you just wanted a little bit of additional confirmation, a little bit of additional ways in which you can say, okay, you know what, I was right about this. Now, May is also a month of taking a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Remember, life is a marathon, not a sprint, group number one. When was the last time that you really took a break and mentally shut off as well? So taking a break means that you are not in your head still ruminating about your endless to-do list that is seemingly just never going to ever be completed, or you're thinking to yourself, did I receive an email from that client, from that customer, from that opportunity, from that new job? No, taking a break is actually taking a real break to just relax and give yourself a moment to breathe deeply, just as we did in this meditation in your May prediction, and allowing for yourself to take distance from other people's problems. Because often when you receive mail, when you receive emails, when you receive text messages, what is it? You have a handful of people who do truly love you and want to know how you're doing, and they really have concern for you. But then there's also a handful of people who just want something from you, right? It's like they're either trying to sell you something, or they're trying to get information from you. They want something from you constantly, and that can feel super draining. And I see that you have to take a break in May from constantly being online and constantly seeing everyone wanting to drain you, everybody wanting to have something from you, whether it's your time, information that only you have, whether they're trying to sell you something. And taking a break is going to remove any type of resentment that you might have developed, because you know how it is when people always ask you for things, and then after a while you start to become resentful. And you may have not even noticed how resentful you've become of checking emails, or certain people reaching out when they need something at work. If you're wildly overworked and then you have someone ask you for something seemingly small, but that is like the straw that breaks the camel's back, because you need a break, group number one. Next up, we've got breathe in. Practice breath work today. Did you practice our meditation? Because Spirit is calling you out. And if you didn't, go back and do it, group number one. This is literally you being called out here, live, being called out at just the right moment. If you did not practice the breath work that I asked you to do during our meditation portion of this video for May, it's your time to breathe in, to do it, to take those biggest, deepest breaths that you've taken all month. And trust me, it's self-care that you won't regret. It's like going to the gym. It's like working out. When you do your breath work, when you do your meditations, you never regret them. You never feel as though, oh, I shouldn't have done that. You always feel fantastic. It's just like completing a hard workout. Next up, you are enough. I see here, group number one, that you needed to hear this. You needed to receive this right now. Something happened that made you feel like you're not enough, and like you are never actually meeting people's expectations. I see that something went on in your life just a couple days ago that made you feel like you're not sure whether you actually are a good person, whether you actually give enough, whether you're actually who you say that you are. And this is your confirmation. There's a reason why you chose this group. There's a reason why you are receiving this reading. And this is a strong reminder that you're enough and you do not have to give more. You already give far more than any normal human being would ever be capable of giving. Don't always undermine every way in which you show up and in which you provide for others. Then write a letter. I mean, if Spirit isn't calling you out and making sure that you do our meditation and manifestation technique of today, I don't know what is. Write a letter to your inner child. Include inner child manifestations in the manifestation technique that I showed you in this video, earlier in this video, right after the intro. We did our manifestation technique of creating the month of May that we desire, and you're meant to write it down. It's like a letter to yourself. Quite literally, if you thought that you could skip out on that, Spirit is saying, no, you see what's coming in May? You should write that letter because you will see how powerful it is to manifest in this way. Manifestation is not meant to be complicated. It's meant to be easy, simple, to the point, so you can practice it regularly and see the results, because you only get results from things that you actually practice on a regular basis. If you're not doing things regularly, you can't expect to see any results. It's just like running 5 miles one time. You're not going to be extremely fit if you do that once per year. However, if you run 5 miles once a week and you pair that with some walks, with some weight training, strength training, all of a sudden something tangible is going to be happening, and that's going to be you feeling and looking really fit. Next up, we've got practice freedom. Release the weight of judgment. If you thought that, oh, I'll meditate later, I'll do the manifestation later, and now you got called out and you're feeling away, group number 1, first of all, apologies for that, but you needed to hear it, and we needed to make sure that you're actually going to practice these things. And then number 2, release the weight of judging yourself. It's so easy to judge yourself for not doing everything perfectly, or for not being where you thought you should be by now, for not being as quote-unquote successful as you feel like you should have been, judging yourself for how you look, judging yourself for not being perfect like what you see on social media. And this month of May is about birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. May is about understanding all of the potential that you have within you, not sleeping on it, so that means not letting it go to waste, and instead understanding you can be your own beauty standard. You can be your own standard of success, and that's the only standard that should exist within your reality, group number 1, because when you actually give yourself the permission to be the standard of your beauty, of your life, that is when you can create new things, because you're not constantly focused on being perfect or fitting in, but you can actually focus on being creative during the month of May. And I see here that you will have some insights come to you within dreams. It's so crazy. Just a couple days ago, I literally saw my soulmate before my eyes in a dream, and I never dream of love. I never dream of soulmates, but that came to me, and I wrote it down immediately when I woke up that morning, because I knew that otherwise I would forget it. So I always recommend that you either keep a pen and paper right next to your bed, or if you're practicing not being on your phone first thing in the morning, keep a pen and paper next to your bed if you're practicing not being on your phone every single morning. And if you don't mind checking your phone first thing in the morning, make sure that you immediately write those dreams into your notes app, because I can definitely see here in Birthing a New Age that there is information coming towards you in a dream that you didn't expect, as usual, very unexpected, but that's going to show you so much about your love life, your private life moving forward. Next up, we've got the star seed. The star seed is asking you what lights you up, group number 1. What makes you feel so ecstatic and so on fire? What are you good at? And some of you may think to yourselves, I'm not 100% sure. Whether you have a job or you want to start a new business, or you are quote unquote already successful, but you don't feel that way because you don't feel like what you're doing professionally really reflects who you are or really is what you want to do forever. The star seed shows that in May, there's going to be a call for more individuality. There's a reason why this card popped right out as I was shuffling group number 1. Be wary of possessive partners. Maintain your individuality. Group number 1, are you an empath? Are you someone who's really kind and forgiving and who tries to always put their best foot forward in a relationship? Because what I'm getting here from individuality is that when you meet someone and to you they're really special, and I'm talking about a romantic partner, whether you are currently in a relationship or you're single, you have often then put your dreams on the sideline in order to prioritize what your partner really wanted. And what that does is that kind of chisels away at your individuality. And it's not that you pick partners who are toxic per se, but it's human nature that when you put everyone else on a pedestal and you put your partner's dreams and aspirations on the forefront, that they start to think that's normal. And then it's not even a question what we can do to get closer to your dreams, group number 1. It's just forgotten over time. And that's where I see the message is get back to what you really desire. That's where I see that it's important you don't lose track of who you are. Next up, we have got trust for you. Trust brings a message of guarding your heart. Not everyone deserves your trust. May is a time in which multiple people are going to be fighting for your trust, for your adoration, and for your time. Multiple people are going to try to get on your good side and be friends with you, or either start a relationship, a romantic kind of situation with you. And it's important that you also trust yourself to make the right decisions, group 1, and that if someone feels a little off, that you trust your intuition, that you guard your heart, because not everybody deserves for you to trust them. People need to prove that they're trustworthy and that they understand that being around you is a privilege as well. And you might want to incorporate that into your business too. You've been trying to be affordable because you don't want to make anyone feel like you're excluding them or like they are unable to work with you because your prices are on a higher level. Now, the thing here is that you have to understand that when you price yourself and your services in a way that shows that you respect yourself and your services, you also attract clients who do the same. And the same goes for love. If you quote unquote price yourself, so make it your minimum standard, that you, for example, have a date that's planned, that you get picked up, or that the communication is in the morning, in the evenings, and that happens consistently for a week before you go out on the date. Whatever your standard is, if they cannot meet it then, they don't deserve a second chance or for you to figure out and waste more time on someone who does not want to impress you then and who doesn't want to respect that kind of level of standard and boundary then, because then it's just not a good fit. And it's not that you're judging them, it's just that if this is something that you desire, life is way too short for you to be in the kiddie pool with someone just because they can't swim. Meanwhile, you could be snorkeling or even diving in the Great Barrier Reef in the ocean and seeing all of these beautiful creatures, all of these beautiful experiences that life has to offer. Of course, I said that now in a way where you're going to have to make that connection between, okay, they can't swim, they're in the kiddie pool, they can't plan a date. That is them being in the kiddie pool and they can't swim. Someone who can plan is someone who can lead and someone with whom you can go in the open ocean, because the trust is there, the want for adventure and experiences together is also there, the willingness, and also they already have healed and have come to a place where they know how to swim. And swimming equates planning the dates and going on trips and just experiencing life together beautifully down the line. And you can only do that with someone who has learned to swim, with someone who is emotionally intelligent enough to swim. Whereas someone with whom you have to stay in the kiddie pool with, do you really want to spend the rest of your life in the kiddie pool, group number 1? Or are you going to value your life and your time so deeply that you decide to be around people who also have learned how to quote unquote swim, just like you learned how to quote unquote swim? Because you could have also stayed in the kiddie pool, but no, You learn how to be healed, how to be emotionally intelligent, how to be someone who can understand and empathize with others and build beautiful relationships. So you deserve to have the same, group number one. Don't deny yourself of it just out of pity or wanting to give someone a chance. Nobody else in the dating game is wasting their time in that way, group number one. I know you think you're being sweet and nice. Even if you're in a committed relationship, you think, well, I need to give them a chance. They were loyal to me in 2022. Okay, but just because you've been with them for a long time doesn't give them the right to continue wasting your time in the kiddie pool. Either they learn to swim, or you're going to have to go into the deep open ocean by yourself, group number one. So this is part one of your prediction for May that I've received for you and all the messages that you are meant to hear. Leave a little sapling emoji below in the comment section. Speaking of sapling, I have a absolutely free training for any of you who feel lost, who want to start a business but you don't know how or where. It's called the Seed Circle. You can find it below in the description box. I also have a free love reading below as well. It's a love reading video. It's called the Soulmate Guarantee. You can find that in there. And then I also have the Millionaire Muse Room, which is for any of you who are established. So I know a lot of you are doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs, you have your own business, and to the public, you are quote unquote successful, but you don't feel like you've even scratched the surface of your potential. So for you, I have the Millionaire Muse training below, which will show you how you can get more clients and customers for your business and grow in ways that you just haven't been able to do up until now, but you want to break that next ceiling. So I have trainings for all three types of people and conversations. It's linked below in the description box. And if you love the training, if you love the vibe, if you want to receive divine guidance from me directly, you can apply to join one of these three circles. So the Seed Circle, the Soulmate Guarantee, or the Millionaire Muse Room. These are all invitation only closed groups. Why they're invitation only and why I make you answer questions and go through all of these applications is because I want to protect the energy in each group. I want to protect the portal, the manifestation techniques, and also the information that we share in there, the readings that I do for you in there. They are meant for people who are committed, who want to either find aligned love, start their business finally, or elevate to the next level. You know how people say you are the average of the 5 people that you spend your time with? Well, I take that quite seriously and literally. So you would be spending time with myself and a group, a small, intimate group and circle of vetted individuals who are committed and who show up. So we hype each other up and hold each other accountable and grow together every single day, which I love. So my gorgeous soul, as already mentioned, this is group number 1. We're now going to delve into your zodiac signs portion of your May prediction. What you're going to want to do is scroll back down, click your zodiac signs timestamp, and then you'll be fast forwarded to the relevant portion of this video where we will delve even more deeply into the May prediction that you are meant to receive. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 2. You chose the Inner Child Oracle deck to help guide you in part 1 of your May prediction before we move into your zodiac signs portion of your May reading. So let's get straight into it, group number 2, without further ado, without wasting any time. I hope that you enjoyed our manifestation technique for May, as well as your meditation to make sure that you are set up to be as successful as possible for the upcoming month. And remember, you being here already means that you're not average. It already means that you are investing in yourself. You're doing the healing work. You're doing the self-care. And for that, I already want you to be immensely proud of yourself. First and foremost, we've got you do not have to go it alone. Reach out for support in this time. The month of May is a month in which you will have far more support than you actually ever thought possible. The month of May is a month of your friends and family rallying together in order to support you and help you. If you're, for example, moving, they're helping you to move all of your boxes, all of your furniture. If you are, for example, trying for a new job, starting your own business, they are going to cheer you on. Friends and family are going to actively be the ones who are cheering you on in the sweetest way ever, and it's going to remind you of just how blessed that you are. You're not alone in May. You've got so many people rooting for you. And if you've got a social media channel, I want you to know it will blow up in May. Next up, we've got accept what is. The act of acceptance will bring peace. Your guides in the universe is trying to say to you, accept the things that you can't change in May, but also be so real with yourself about what you quote unquote can't change and what is just your own narrative. For example, if I publish a new tarot deck and I print 3,000 pieces. I paid $50,000 to print and to ship it. It comes and the quality is off, okay? I have worked with this printer for the first time to create this deck, and now I can't sell it, I can't use it because the quality isn't good enough for my customers. I may think to myself, I lost $50,000 and I'm a failure and a loser. But what is real and what is just for me to accept what is? Let me explain to you. The fact that I lost $50,000, that is just accepting what is. But adding that I'm a failure and a loser, that is unnecessary. That is robbing me of happiness. That is robbing me of the power to move on and to remain confident in myself and my abilities. The same goes for your love life. If you are pursuing someone, you're in a relationship with someone, it doesn't work out, it turns into a situationship, you're not happy with it, accept what is, which is the fact that the person that you're dealing with has a completely different outlook on where this should go, a completely different standard for their relationships and connections. That is what is, but what isn't, okay? What is just you adding narration, which we're going to remove again, would be if you say to yourself, oh, maybe I'm not lovable, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I'm not attractive, maybe something's wrong with me. Adding all of that extra unnecessary thought and interruption into your life, we're not doing that. Accept what is, which is that they can't reach your standard, but that doesn't say anything about who you are on a level of lovability or capability. So I hope that those two examples made this message you've received abundantly clear, group number 2. Next up, we've got review your responsibilities. Not all responsibilities are ours to hold. I literally just did this yesterday. This is a huge productivity and manifestation technique and hack that I absolutely love, and that is to write down throughout the entire day every single thing that you're doing at every single moment and to hold yourself accountable in that way. At first it's uncomfortable because nobody wants to actually, because who really wants to look at their daily schedule and itinerary and see that their Instagram scrolling breaks and tea breaks are actually 2 hours and not 20 minutes long like we made out to be in our heads, in our imagination. But when you do this, and I did this the other day, from when I got up, I wrote down how long it took me to have my tea breaks, to do my workout, to do my meditation, how much I was scrolling, but also how long at a time I would do a certain task, whether it's answering emails, whether it's calling my mom, whether it's cleaning up, tidying up, doing laundry, whether it's, for example, looking for new freelancers to work with for my business. I would review all of my responsibilities, and there were so many shocking revelations, and you will find that this happens for you as well, where you actually realize, wow, this feels so much longer than it actually is. Like sometimes you'll be busy and in this hamster wheel for weeks and months on end, and you feel like you never have time for yourself. And then when you actually review your responsibilities, which you're being asked to do to make May the most successful and healing and mentally healthy month ever, you realize that actually you have a lot more time than you thought. You're probably just not using it in the way that is the most effective for you. And by that, I mean, at times, you might take breaks that are way longer than actually register in your brain because you're going from one stressful task to the next, but because you're so tired, the break is longer than it feels like because mentally you're also not thinking in your mind, okay, this is now a huge recreational 1 or 2 hour break. and it just happens and it feels like it was 5 minutes, even though it was an entire hour, but you did not get the recreation of the hour. So when you become really aware of how you're spending your time, and if you know that you've got an hour, you will actually relax. If you don't know how much time you're going to take, you won't relax and it will just feel like 5 minutes. It happens every single time like that. Next up, we've got you deserve to be seen. Let yourself be known. My gorgeous soul of group number 2, you are being called to practice being seen. Put out that YouTube video, put it out even if it's imperfect. You deserve to be heard. Create the podcast episodes, write the blog, create your artistic project and actually publish it and put it out there. What are you afraid of, group number 2? Because I also want to remind you of the fact that when you are just starting to put things out, nobody is really going to see it that quickly, all right? You build a following through putting out a lot of your work consistently over a very long amount of time. So you might be biting your nails and worried about dropping your first video, but then actually when you drop it, a whopping 5 people watch it, which means that great at the beginning if you're not amazing at what you're producing. That gives you an opportunity to get better while you don't have too many people watching or judging you. And it also just shows you that, hey, publishing a YouTube video one time, creating one podcast, that's just the beginning. Trying a new business venture one time, it's just the beginning. I had to try lots of different businesses before I found one that I could be successful in. Next up, we have got the moon. So what May is doing is that it is sharpening your intuition. And what I see here for May as well in the moon is that during the full moon and the new moon, which I have a May astrology video that is dropping on my channel, so look out for that. It is just going to be about the astrological happenings during May and what they mean for you and how they will affect you. I want you to know that the new and full moons will affect you deeply, and the Knight of Swords shows here that your mind is going to be racing. So already plan for that to be a night of thinking, a night of being awake, of being up all night, of creating, of writing down your thoughts. Get your journal ready, light a beautiful candle next to your bed for some soft lighting to really romanticize the moment. And also know that your best ideas are going to come to you during the full and new moon during the month of May. So be ready for it, be prepared, because your time is going to come. And it will be revealed during these pivotal moon phases in May. And when that time comes, you're going to want to be able to seize these opportunities that the universe is presenting to you on a silver platter and use those swiftly and quickly. Like if the universe brings you the message that now is a great time for you to start the business or for you to take the course or to go back to school or to get the personal trainer, do it. It will be the best moment for you when you are actually divinely guided towards it. If the universe is telling you, oh my goodness, I need to get out of this situationship or this relationship needs some fixing, it needs therapy, do it when you feel the inspiration, when the message comes to you during the month of May. Next up, we've got fill up your well, retreat, rest, refuel. Group number 2, you need rest, you need proper sleep, okay, because you have not been sleeping properly, and you also need to refuel properly. It is not a treat to give your body junk food. It is not a treat to eat ice cream. I know we all love to say it's a treat. I loved saying it's a treat as well until I thought to myself one day as I was working with the cards and I had the devil as well as sweet treats show up within a reading, and I was like, wait a minute. How is this a treat if I know that my glucose level in my bloodstream is going to spike to oblivion and then drop to below the surface? How is that a treat when I know that it will affect my mood, it will make me crave even more sweet things, it will put me into this spiral? An almost devilish cycle it felt like, because the devil card in the tarot reading I was doing for myself appeared, and I was asking myself, how is that a treat when the repercussions are so bad. For me personally, when it comes to sugar, for example, you might find that for you the repercussions are terrible with dairy, with wheat, with overeating, undereating. We all have different ways in which we have to fill up our well, but also let's get so real about what's a treat and what isn't. Maybe in the moment of eating it, in those 5 minutes of chewing it, it's a treat. Maybe the moment it, hits your lips, your tongue, it goes down your throat and you feel the ice cream and it's cold and it's just very soothing. Maybe then it's a treat. Maybe then it feels like it's refueling you. But what about if it's actually just a band-aid mentally and it's not actually a treat and it's not actually good for you, but it's a distraction, it's you self-soothing a stressful situation? What if here within Answer the Call, actually you will receive a phone call in May from a very unexpected source that stresses you out, and then immediately after you're going to try to self-soothe, and you might try to do it with ice cream, with chocolate, with something that feels comforting to you, a comfort food that actually then creates discomfort. Now, Answer the Call tells me here that someone is going to call you whom you don't expect to call you whatsoever, and I want to figure out exactly who this person is. Oh, this is a Scorpio. Group number 2, perhaps you already know who this person is just by receiving Scorpio. Leave a little scorpion emoji below in the comment section if you already know who this is, and if you don't know who this is, feel free to leave the moon emoji below, because that is a symbol for your intuition, and you will intuitively know right before your phone rings that something is about to happen. Something is up. You know when your intuition is telling you that something is about to happen, you just don't know what it is or when it's going to happen, but you can feel it's going to happen soon, like in the next couple hours. And I do see here that in May, you're going to get a phone call from an unexpected source, like an ex, a situationship with whom it ended. It could be your dad or your mom that you're not really talking to anymore. And your guides are trying to say to you, answer the call, because you've got to hear what they have to say. I see here within romance that what is coming for you in May as well is a lot of romantic surprises that are on the horizon, which is also why Spirit is trying to say to you, just answer the call, because nothing that they do will really bother you, because you are on cloud 9 during the month of May, because your romantic life feels really fulfilled and you are in love during the month of May. So if you are in a committed relationship already, the spark will come back. If you are completely single, know that something romantic that you didn't expect in the most positive sense is going to shift in May for you. And because you are in this love land, in this la la land, so to say, nothing really bothers you. So answer the call from this disturbance, and it will actually just give you even more of a sensation that you made the right choice by not talking to this person regularly anymore. It will give you confirmation. Next up, we have got nurture for you, group number 2. Nurture your relationships like blooming flowers. They will flourish. I see that your relationships in May are calling for you to invest a little bit more time into them. So spending more time with friends, with family, going to the cookouts, to the birthdays, to the get-togethers. I do want you to know here that literally just like flowers, relationships need to be maintained. We have to water them. We have to put fertilizer into the soil, so to say. In order for our relationships to grow, to bloom, and to blossom, they have to be taken care of. So if you have been a little MIA, all right, reach out to your friends, to your loved ones, ask them how they're doing. They're going to be really excited to hear from you out of the blue, just like you will answer this call that's coming out of the blue, and it will give you confirmation that you're on the right path and you've made all the right choices in your life. Group number 2. I trust that this served as a confirmation, but now we're going to move even more deeply into your reading by tuning into your zodiac signs portion of your May prediction. You can find that linked below in the description box, as well as pinned to the top of the comment section. And if you're single looking for a love reading and a circle of empowered women who are not sad about being single, but wouldn't mind psychic, tarot, divine guidance from me on a daily. Link to my invitation only soulmate guarantee is below as well as my other free manifestation trainings for your career path, which is the seed circle. If you're just starting out in business and you don't know where to start, how to move forward, that would be the seed circle. And for all of you who are already established, watch the video of the Millionaire Muse Room, because that is really going to help to elevate you to the next level, energetically speaking. You can find those free trainings linked in the description box. Now, my gorgeous soul of group number 2, we will move into your zodiac signs portion of this reading. Simply click your zodiac signs timestamp. I will catch you throughout your May horoscopes, which are based on your zodiac sign. Hello, my gorgeous Aries baby, and welcome to the horoscope portion of your May prediction, where we talk all things Aries. I hope that you enjoyed our manifestation formula, our meditation, as well as picking from the first 2 groups that I had prepared for you, where you could pick a side. But now let's move into all things Aries for the month of May, shall we? So first and foremost, we've got enlightenment. Okay, so Aries, you're having an epiphany. You're having a huge moment of enlightenment. You're having this huge aha moment of just thinking to yourself, wow, this all makes sense now, and everything is going to change for you during the month of May. And I see here that what's going to happen is you're going to feel so much more secure. You know, when you're, for example, figuring things out professionally and in business, then you have that aha moment like, wait a minute, it's always worked out. I now found a way how I can actually accomplish my dreams. I feel secure, I feel safe, because I know that if I just do all the right things, I will get there. So that's a type of moment of enlightenment and security that I see for you in your career. When it comes to your love life, Aries, you're having an epiphany, an aha moment that also gives you the security that you have been craving, especially if you have had wounds from your parents, like father wounds, mother wounds, because you were never able to properly feel secure in those first super important relationships in your life. It may have been difficult for you to trust or choose the right partners. And you may have made a lot of you feeling secure dependent on getting attention as well as confirmation and affirmation from romantic partners. But I see here that in May, you're getting this aha moment, this epiphany, this enlightenment, spiritual enlightenment, where you're like, wait, I don't need that. I am whole as I am. I am secure as I am as an individual. If someone gives me extra security or some really nice feelings, I will happily accept, and I deserve those, and I'm not going to say no to that. But I don't need it. So a feeling of neediness is leaving you. And what then happens, as Spirit is trying to communicate through wonders, is that you become magnetic to upgrades that you never thought possible before. Because when you're so confident in yourself and you've had this spiritual enlightenment, this huge epiphany, all of a sudden everything flows together with ease. All of a sudden, things just work out for you that before you felt like you had to put so much work into in order to take any steps forward, in order for you to make any types of improvements. But May brings you wonders, it brings you security and enlightenment that you didn't have before. Now, my gorgeous Aries baby, you're being called out again. Write a letter to your inner child. We spoke about not having felt safe and secure in the past. There are 2 aspects to this, and there's so much going on in my mind. I already pre-apologize, Aries, if this is going to be all over the place, because the messages are just coming through. Number 1, have you done the manifestation that I introduced you to at the beginning of this video? Have you done your May manifestation practice? Because you have to do this. Spirit is saying this is an absolute must for the month of May for it to be the most successful month. And if you don't do that, then of course it shows that you're not in a place where you really want to be aligned, or you really truly value and love yourself to the degree that we want you to. Number 2, writing a letter to your inner child. You know how the message came through of healing wounds, father wounds, mother wounds, healing wounds of these all-important relationships that you have at the beginning of your childhood. Now, if the wounds are still here, if you experience really heavy wounds, what Spirit is trying to say to you is, hey, wait, you have to write a letter to your inner child and use that as a manifestation practice. Telling your inner child, writing the letter as though you're writing it to 5-year-old you and saying, hey, 5-year-old Vanessa, it was not your fault that people bullied you for how you looked, or people bullied you, calling you overweight and tsunami and all of these terrible things in, swim class. It was not your fault that that teacher told you that he felt as though you were suicidal, for example. It's not your fault that someone felt like they could overstep those boundaries. It doesn't define you, and I want you to know that you are loved, you're seen, you've got your family and friends who truly love you. It's quality over quantity, and you will get to a point where you've become far more successful than you ever thought possible, and that is just the beginning. Write a letter to your inner child in order to heal it. Next up, we've got breathe in. Did you do the meditation, or are you just being called out again, Aries? If you are trying to avoid this, you cannot, and it will keep coming up throughout your life in the next couple days. If you did not do this manifestation or this meditation that I introduced you to during the intro of this video, you will keep bumping your head till you do it. In order for May to really be the best month it could be, which is why you're here, that's why you're watching this video. You want to know what's coming, but you also want to know what to do. And Spirit is telling you, do the breath work, do the meditation. That's why breathe in has showed up for you. Practice breath work today. Practice actually breathing deeply, because if you notice how you're breathing, you may notice that actually you're just taking very shallow breaths. You're never actually breathing fully into your stomach. You're never actually allowing for yourself to take a breath that's so deep that literally the seam of your pants feel tight, because that's how that's how deeply you're breathing in. Next up, we've got disappointment is not the end. There is hope even in the darkest of nights. I want you to know here that during the month of May, there will be this moment of disappointment that you're working through about your inner child, and your parent will give you this disappointing feeling of they don't really get how the things that you've been through have affected you and how much work it actually takes to overcome some of these challenges mentally, emotionally, spiritually as well. And one thing that I see here in disappointment is not the end. Literally go to therapy, okay? Go to talk to a professional, and if you can't afford it, write in your journal. But honestly, this is about priorities, because most of you who have an internet connection, you have the time to watch a pick a card reading video. You also have the time to make the most out of your day and either earn more, create a business that allows you to access resources such as going to therapy, or inform yourself with any type of medical healthcare professional that you go to, whether this is even insured, whether there are even any free groups, because with free time you can do anything. Whether you create resources in order to be able to buy the services and the things that you desire because you're actually prioritizing it, or with the time you find free resources that you can use. It's completely up to you and what point of your journey that you're in. What Spirit is trying to say with this is that all the options are here and they're yours, but you have to take them. You have to learn to see them. Within Trust Your Path, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do, Aries? Because you are extremely driven, ambitious, and adventurous, and a lot of the other signs actually fear you. Yes, I said it. We finally got to the bottom of why Aries sometimes struggles to make real friends, is because a lot of people fear you and they fear your potential. And you're just sitting there and you're like, wait, why are people so quiet when I walk into the room? Why is nobody saying anything anymore? And the thing is, Aries, it's because people are afraid of you. They can see how much potential you've got. They see how much is in you that is yet to be expressed. And they think that, oh my God, when Aries actually realizes how powerful that they are, when Aries actually realizes how much more they can expect from a lover, how much more they can raise their prices in their business because they're simply that good. It's over for all of us. That's what I see here. And you are being called to trust your path. This is your sign, Aries. Trust the path that you're on and trust that things will happen and unfold when they should. Next up, we've got boundaries. All of my Aries babies who work in service-based businesses, who are entrepreneurial, who need to set boundaries with people. I want you to know here that your guides are asking you, where do you need to establish better boundaries? Because, for example, if you're a coach, if you're a therapist, if you're a teacher yourself, if you're a nurse, if you take care of other people in some way, shape, or form, even if you work at a brokerage, at an insurance, and you don't have boundaries in place as to where people understand, hey, they cannot call you any time of the day. They can't email you with a request stressing you out and expecting you to solve it immediately. You need to set boundaries literally and energetically. The same goes for friends. Friends who always come to you and they trauma dump onto you, but then as soon as they're done, they're like, oh, I gotta go, bye. Okay, maybe you, Aries, you also had trauma to dump on them. Maybe you also had things that you wanted to discuss with them. But it's always the other way round. A lover who is expecting you to be there mentally, emotionally, physically. But then when you want to do something, when it's time for them to show up for you, all of a sudden they're nowhere to be seen, they're nowhere to be found. So that's here within boundaries where you have to make it clear that you're not cool with that, and that if you're getting the feeling that a relationship is super one-sided, then you are going to opt out, because what is the point in that? It doesn't serve you in any way, shape, or form. It's literally only draining you. So why would you continue to keep that in your life? It makes no sense. Next up, we've got Get Grounded. My gorgeous Aries baby, I want you to know here that you are an empath if you're seeing this right now and you're still here. You're a highly sensitive Aries who is being called to connect more with nature during the month of May. When's the last time you went camping or out on a really, really long nature hike? I mean 3+ hours. When's the last time that you actually took a moment for gardening, for walking barefoot outside? Because now would be the time for you to get so grounded and do that. Next up, we've got the Priestess. In Priestess energy, I want you to know that you have been undervaluing yourself, Aries. Oh my goodness. When you actually come to this moment of enlightenment in May, you're going to see how much you've left on the table. And it's great that you're finding out now, because better now than never, right? And it's not even late. You know how people say better late than never? You're not late. It's just that in May, you're realizing, wow, I have so much potential that I still get to step into. I have left some job and business opportunities on the table that I really need to pick back up. Like, perhaps you were in the works of publishing your own book. Pick it back up, get it done. Maybe you were about to start your own YouTube channel, maybe a tarot channel, creating your own tarot deck. Maybe you were literally going to travel the world. You know, you were going to start your own traveling agency, your own advertising agency, just being creative, but unifying that with potential professionally to create a dream life that you love. Like, you will realize, wow, I've left a lot on the table that I didn't need to. But the beautiful thing about life is that, my gorgeous Aries, you can just pick it back up. You can still do it. Just because you didn't do something in the past doesn't mean you can never still fulfill it and complete it. And I see here in May, what's coming towards you is that you have the courage and the drive to pick things back up where you left them, but now to actually drive through and follow through on them. So I can't wait for these epiphanies, for all the wonders that are coming towards you during the month of May, my gorgeous Aries. If you love this reading, leave a flame emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know you were here, you received this prediction, and that you claim it, and that you're looking forward to manifesting this. My beautiful Aries soul, I'm sending you so much love wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, and I can't wait to catch up with you during one of our upcoming readings. Welcome, my gorgeous Taurus baby, to your May horoscope. I hope that you enjoyed our manifestation technique, your meditation, as well as picking from the 2 different groups that I had prepared for you at the start. And now we are going to finish it all off by you receiving your horoscope for May. So let's see precisely what's coming towards you. First and foremost, abundance. As a Taurus, you are an earth sign. You are said to be like a money magnet. You're very good with finances and everything material. And in May, you are receiving even more abundance than you thought possible and than you expected. So Don't be surprised if you find $20 in your coat pocket in a bag you haven't worn in a long time. Don't be surprised if you get a raise during the month of May, or if the business that you wanted to start all of a sudden kicks off and you get your first clients. Next up, we've got simplicity. My gorgeous Taurus baby. Simplicity shows that the simpler things are, the better they work for you. You can tend to overcomplicate because you want to do the best that you possibly can, and also because you try to always find the most elegant and best solution for every problem, be it at work or in your personal life. But it's not always necessary for you to spend that much extra time trying to problem solve. Sometimes just having a simple solution is best. Like, you want to implement a routine to clean your home, to keep everything organized. Sometimes the best thing is to literally just have a list of 3 items that you do every single day, whether it's cleaning for 20 minutes every single day, going for a walk for 20 minutes every single day, and spending 20 minutes every single day learning, reading, doing something new. So your home is clean, you've done your step count, you've exercised, and you've educated yourself in 3 simple steps, rather than trying to create this super complicated routine that you're not going to do anyways. Because I see here that the month of May calls for flexibility with you. And in flexibility, we also have the symbol of the tiger, which will show up in the moments where you are being called to be flexible. So, for example, getting a phone call from your boss, from someone that you're working with, a work opportunity, if your goal is to work for yourself, and the moment you pick up the phone, you look over into your home or wherever you're at, and you see on the spine of a book there is this tiger symbol, or you see on the packaging of a pack of incense there is a symbol of a tiger. The symbol of a tiger is going to follow you throughout May in different shapes and forms, and it's going to show up, and you're going to notice it in the exact moments where Spirit is trying to say to you, be flexible, take this opportunity and make it work. Just keep it really simple. Don't overcomplicate your life. Next, within openness, I see that for you, my gorgeous Taurus, the month of May is a month of being really open to new friendships and connections, because you're doing well, you've got time, you've got extra energy, so that allows you to be on the lookout for fresh connections. Now, if you're already in a committed relationship, you are open to new friendships. If you're by yourself, you're single, you're enjoying this time, you are open to meeting the one. You're open to meeting the right person. So it's not like you want to attract just anybody. The thing is, you are ready to attract people who have the same mindset as you do, who have the same hobbies, the same interests. You're open to meeting the right fit. And being open also means that you have let your guard down a little bit, which again is a natural result of this additional abundance. In case you've ever been around someone who is extremely successful or extremely wealthy, you will notice their energy. Their energy seems to be really relaxed, and usually they're never in a hurry. They always seem so chill. You have that same energy during the month of May, my gorgeous Taurus, because here, also with an angel number, master number 33, that's showing up for you in the best case scenario for my Wild Muse Oracle deck, I see that May is going to be the best case scenario of all of the months of the year for you. This is a month of thriving. This is a month of abundance. This is a month of simple is best, not overthinking it, and the simplest, most straightforward results, getting you the best outcomes. Next, within disconnect, take a digital detox during the month of May. What will present itself is an opportunity for you to put your phone and your laptop away for a few days. Be open to this, because what it will do is it will just recharge you energetically and give you even more ideas of how you can create more abundance in your life. And I also see here within there is always a way, that for you the month of May is actually opening up new possibilities to some dreams and aspirations that you kind of put on the backlog, on the back burner, because you thought to yourself, okay, I don't have time for it right now. But the month of May is opening back up some boxes, some treasure chests that remained closed up until May. So for example, if you've always wanted to make music, do something artsy, go and hike in the Himalayas. Maybe you wanted to go solo travel by yourself, and for a while you put it off. Well, in May, there will be the opportunity again to reconnect with those goals, with those dreams, with those aspirations, and there will be opportunities to actually take action on them. And that's where I see things get interesting for you, because it's almost like a test. Are you really this person who is abundant? Are you fearless enough to live as that person, or are you going to fall back into your old personality and personal reality? Next up, we have got spend time in nature. Let the beauty of nature refresh your soul. My absolutely stunning Taurus, I do want you to know that nature seems to be a recurring theme for you. The disconnecting, the nature we have in flexibility and abundance, and spending time in nature means that you are spending time just with your own thoughts and not surrounded by toxins that are emitted even just from cars, even just from being in busy places, right, where the air isn't as clean. And I do see here that nature is refreshing to your soul in ways that nothing else can refresh your soul. Not therapy, not the love of your life, literally no one. Spending time in nature is the most important thing that you can do. Next up, we have got it is okay to be misunderstood. Perception is not always based on truth. Within, it's okay to be misunderstood, and perception is not always based on the truth. This is a gentle reminder for you, Taurus, that you don't always have to understand everyone's viewpoint and where they're coming from, and you don't have to try to get anyone to understand you and why you feel the way that you do. Allow others to misunderstand you. Allow others to even talk behind your back, because at the end of the day, if someone has decided that they want to misunderstand you, there's nothing you can do or say that is going to change their perception of you or the way that you live your life. And it's not really worth spending your precious time and energy trying to convince anybody who is committed to misunderstanding you or committed to having any type of friction. That's not the type of person you even want to waste your breath on. So my gorgeous Taurus baby, this is your May reading that is filled with abundance, filled with you being able to live a simple yet rich life in every single form, in every single area of your life. Don't forget to be flexible and open to the best case scenarios being yours for May. Wherever you are on this gorgeous planet, my beautiful Taurus baby, know that I'm sending you so much love. I hope this resonated, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous Gemini. Welcome to your May 2025 prediction. I hope that you enjoyed your meditation as well as your manifestation technique for May and the first part of your reading where you got to pick from the two groups that I introduced you to during the intro of this video. But now let's talk all things Gemini. So first we have Elhas. In Elhas, I can see that the month of May is actually bringing you a lot of decision power. So you are super strong-headed, stubborn. You want to do things the way you want to do them, and there is going to be no other way, which means that you are reaching and achieving your goals. Regardless of what anyone else says, if you have an amazing idea or you have set your mind to a goal, you're going to find a way to achieve it. And as you can see here, we have the crescent moon on the forehead of this elk, and it shows us here that that means you are following your intuition. So when you intuitively feel like now I have to stand my ground, whether it's, for example, a business discussion or you're talking to a loved one or a lover, and you're like, no, now I need to stand my ground, you will stand your ground in your position and in your feelings. However, if you intuitively feel like, okay, this is not a battle worth fighting, it's time for me to let it go, you will let it go. So you're doing so with a lot of sense, a lot of intuition power, and a lot of taking every single perspective into account. You're not just stubborn to be stubborn, you're stubborn in a way that shows integrity, but that also shows intelligence. Next we have Padma Sundari. So I do see here that literally the month of May is a month where out of a lot of darkness, a lot of light is born. What does that mean? That means that you have had challenging times, you have had situations where you were treated unfairly by past lovers, but also people within your family. And out of that darkness of feeling like you're the odd one out and like you never have anyone standing up for you, light is born, because you are getting ahead of everybody who spoke badly about you, everybody who tried to tear you down, who tried to hold you back, who put stones on your path and in your way that thought they could stop you from moving forward. But the thing is, they didn't know who they were dealing with, my gorgeous Gemini. And the month of May is going to reveal how strong you are. It's going to reveal how much of a fighter that you truly are. And in the diamond tiger of the black moon, this shows us here that rather than ever giving up when you have bumped your head, no, my gorgeous Gemini, it makes you even more determined to reach your goal. It makes you even more determined to find a way to get it done and to be as successful as you know you're destined to be. You know that you are meant to accomplish great things. You know that you are destined for a life that is new to your lineage, a life that nobody else in your family has been able to live and achieve. And you're going after it full force, and you're already seeing results during the month of May. Otherwise, there would be no reason to continue to be stubborn and for out of darkness light to be born. If not, we wouldn't be getting these cards and these messages. And the blessings of Kumu, no good thing shall be withheld. Literally, no good thing that is meant for you in May will be held back. Everything will be given to you. Every single door will be opened. Professionally, romantically, with friends and family, with you even starting your own business successfully. Every single pathway and every single door is opening up for you in May. And what that does is it creates this wave of abundance. It creates this wave of confidence in you and excitement. And now, don't get in over your head. Make sure you stay calm and collected so you can make decisions. Because when you have every single opportunity, every single path available to you, every single way in which you wanted to be blessed is open for the taking during the month of May. What you have to learn to do is focus and concentrate so you can actually choose, pick, decide. Because what often happens in these situations is that we can get overwhelmed and we freeze. And then the moments come and go, and all of a sudden the opportunities are lost. But there's a reason why you're receiving this reading right here during this divine time, and that is to prepare you. So you already know when opportunities present themselves that seem too good to be true. They are here. They are dreamy during the month of May. Take them. Next up, we've got get lost, fall deep into the realm of imagination. Now, this resonates so beautifully with what we've received in your readings so far, because it will feel like imagination. It will feel like you're lost in dreamland. The month of May will feel as though so many things that are happening seem too good to be true. But remember, everything was born out of someone's imagination. Whether it's the items of clothing you're wearing right now, whether it's the furniture that you see around you, the buildings that you see around you and you're currently in, whether it is the device that you are using right now to listen into your reading on. Everything stemmed from someone's imagination, and every one of these inventions once seemed impossible until it was done. Next, within set boundaries, claim your power and know your value today. We're not going to wait till next month, next year, the next decade, my gorgeous Gemini. Claim your power and know your value today by setting boundaries. The month of May being such a prosperous month will also mean that others are noticing how well that you're doing. And whenever you're doing really well, there are usually people who also want a piece of that. There are usually people who want a little bit of that abundance, who want to somehow wiggle their way in and eat with you, sit with you, be part of the winning team. And that is also why your guides have sent your set boundaries cards into your reading, because it is time for you, what I also see here in the Four of Swords, to learn to say no. And setting boundaries is hot. Setting boundaries is attractive. Setting boundaries is a way that shows that you value yourself and you're not going to be played, you're not going to be taken for a fool. And the fact that you value yourself, sorry guys, I'm just moving our little foliage here because it's seeming a little overlit. Let's just put down our lighting a little bit. Here we go. So the thing here about valuing yourself and setting boundaries is that it attracts more people into your life because you're getting rid of any type of desperate energy that you had before, and you're just in this energy of like, you know, I am only willing to put up with certain types of people and behaviors, and I don't need to put my boundaries down or to lower my standards to appease anyone. And you doing that professionally is the best thing that you can do for yourself. Just like my gorgeous Gemini, when I made my circles invitation only, oh my god, like I just did this not long ago. I created this 3 circles and they're only invitation. So I go through every single application. The amount of applicants to join these circles is insane because what did I do? I implemented boundaries. I set boundaries and I said, either you pass the vibe check and you can be part of this growth community and part of receiving my divine readings and messages, or you just simply cannot. And here within the Ace of Cups, I see that when you implement that energy in your own way, in your own situation, Gemini, you will actually attract so many new, really fruitful relationships because the Ace of Cups always represents new relationships. It always represents new connections. It always represents something fresh happening, emotionally speaking. And I do want you to know here within the Ace of Cups that what this new beginning means for you is that the month of May means you will have new friendships that are going to be solidified. If you're single, a new person coming into your life, a love interest. And if you're in a committed romantic relationship, I want you to know that this is a new connection that you're making. Your relationship is experiencing a revamp of understanding one another in a different level, or actually going to therapy and adding that relationship into the dynamic, which creates, again, a different type of feel in the connection. It could be a great feel because you're doing something together and you're on the same page and you're working on the relationship. It can also be a feel of actually not loving it. So it really depends on your partner. The next 2 cards that we received were the King of Cups as well as the Star, which are both really positive cards. So I do want you to know here that the month of May is bringing a lot of positive energy in your relationships, especially because of the King of Cups. So I see that, yes, it is going to be a very positive influence for you to go on double dates, even going to therapy, doing counseling, couples counseling, because I see here in the Star what it does is it creates hope. And when you do double dates, for example, if you're in a committed relationship, it will show you that actually your relationship is strong, your relationship is unique, you have so much love for one another, and it's really something that is admirable. For my singles, I want you to know here, aside from the fact that I do have a singles only love prediction for May on my channel, that actually the month of May is a very prosperous one in love for you, very fruitful, meeting new people. But also here in the King of Cups, we have a water sign, so a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and they are older than you. They have this divine king masculine energy. They're coming into your life newly during the month of May, and what they're doing is they're restoring your faith in relationships. They're restoring your faith when it comes to love. I see that here within the Star, which is what makes them incredibly special and makes them someone that you actually trust, where you actually feel like, I can really build on this, and this person is different. This person just has something that I can tell is real and that I can tell is solid. So the month of May is bringing you great prospects in love, but also amazing wins professionally. You are using your intelligence as well as your ambition and the fact that you're not a quitter to get everything that you deserve and everything that you desire, which you should be so proud of, my gorgeous Gemini. And this is a very positive, winning month for you, which I hope you're looking forward to, and I can't wait for you to report back to me in next month's prediction. So my absolutely stunning Gemini baby, this is the reading that I received for you. Don't forget to check out all of my super useful free trainings below in the description box in case you haven't already. Wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous fellow Cancerians, and welcome to the horoscope portion of your May prediction. I hope that you enjoyed our meditation as well as our manifestation practice and picking from the two groups that I have prepped for you at the start of this video. So now let's talk all things Cancer, shall we? The month of May is the warm up to our birthday season, and I can't wait to see precisely what's happening during this month. Let's see what we're called to receive as a first message. Here we go. All right, we've got Panthera, the precious and rare. In case you didn't know this, my beautiful Cancerian, you are precious and rare, and you will be sent a white butterfly or a black panther to remind you of this during the month of May. These are the symbols that you will have show up in the most awkward moments that will confirm to you that, yes, you know what, I am precious, I'm rare, and I need to stand by my worth and my value. The white butterfly is also a symbol of innocent transformation. So the growth that you're experiencing during the month of May is going to be growth that's coming from a place of you genuinely wanting to be better. Not because you want to impress anyone or you want to fit into society's standards, but because, for example, you know eating more healthily will make you a better person, because then you will have your emotions under control because you're not constantly experiencing mood swings from foods that are affecting your brain and your neurochemistry negatively. Just as an example, moving more. You know that you are precious and rare and that your body deserves movement. You deserve movement. You are ruled by the moon, and I want you to know here that because you're so intuitive, because you're the type of person who feels way more deeply than most, listening to your emotions and honoring them is the key to your transformation. And the Black Panther also shows bravery. It shows us that in many ways you are intimidating others during the month of May. And I see here within Mayu that that's actually coming from the fact that you are so real. You are not great at small talk. You don't like small talk. When you meet a new person or when you are invited to any type of social gathering and people try to talk to you, they think that they're going to have this surface level conversation, but they don't know they're dealing with a Cancerian. And then when you go really deep and you talk about everything that's coming from your galactic heart space, so to say, so from your heart that's made up of all of these fibers of the universe. I know this sounds very woo-woo, but I truly believe we are all made from stardust. We are all made from magical substance in the universe. I mean, we are part of the universe. We're part of the solar system, so we're made of it. And when that really comes out of you in a deep conversation and people realize, oh, there's a lot more than meets the eye with you, some people will feel intimidated and shy away because the combination that you've got going on of beauty, gentleness, kindness, and intelligence is wildly intimidating to them. And some people will feel even more drawn to you and find you even more attractive. And I see here within the Magician that this is a very favorable month for you when it comes to manifestation. I hope you did not skip out on our manifestation practice for the month of May, because the Magician shows that the things you initiate, you will also follow through on. So if you initiate getting a better job or making more money, by the end of May, you will realize, wow, I have actually made more money. The tools that you're using are working, whether that be through reading, listening into podcasts, joining my seed circle, tuning into tarot readings, whether that's going back to school or just working a little harder, taking better care of your mental and physical health so that you can actually show up to your work and you're not so lethargic after you've just had a sugar bomb for lunch in the form of a smoothie or some sort of very greasy food. So now you can't move for the rest of the day. You're not losing out on all that productivity, and that is making huge changes for you professionally and financially during the month of May. And next up, we've got the Strength card. So these are both cards from the major arcana within the tarot, both the Magician and the Strength card. In case you didn't know, the tarot is a system of 78 individual cards, and the cards from the Fool through to the World, so 0 through to 21, are the cards that show something big is happening in your life. These are all monumental life events, whereas the remaining 56 cards, which are of the minor arcana, are more about day-to-day and mundane happenings. But since you've only had major arcana cards show up, my gorgeous Cancerian, Strength shows you have the bravery of a lioness. You have the bravery of someone who knows what they want. We have the symbol of eternity up here. You will go for what you want eternally through the entire month of May. There is no stopping you. And you don't have to do so with force. You let your skill do the talking. And as a result, one of the things that people will never be able to say about you is that you just got ahead because, oh, you're pretty, you're cute, or you've got connections because you come from an affluent family or background, or you were lucky. No. The thing is, you are a hard worker, you are determined, and you're the type of person who doesn't give up, regardless of where you started out. Even if you had certain privileges in life, you don't just rest on those laurels. Now, I want to find out what's happening in the a bit more mundane realm throughout your month of May, shall we? So next up, we have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords shows me here from the minor arcana that what's actually coming towards you is a lot of thinking in your sleep and dreams becoming apparent to you. If you've been missing out on your dreams for the past weeks and months, so I mean, you dream, but you don't remember. And we all dream, regardless of whether we remember or not. So if you haven't been dreaming much, that means you haven't been registering that you've been dreaming. It's not a fact that you actually haven't been dreaming. You have been dreaming, you just can't remember what you're dreaming about. And I see that there's a lot of overthinking happening in your sleep during the month of May. And I want to see what the universe wants us to know about that. We've got the Tower. The Tower is symbolic of overthinking about worst case scenarios. So for one, we have manifestations coming to you very quickly. And then what that also does is, because your life is shifting and changing so rapidly, it also makes you a little bit afraid of your own success. The Tower shows you're afraid everything is going to be taken away from you again. That's your biggest nightmare. You don't want to acquire like your soulmate, or for example, an amazing business. You don't want to make heaps of money and then it being destroyed or being taken away from you again. As a Cancerian, you are very much a stability-loving sign of the Zodiac. You are also a cardinal sign. So your sign, the sign of Cancer, the first day of Cancer season marks the first day of summer. So that shows us you have the energy of this first day of the number one in the Magician, this leader energy, and you are an initiator. You're very action oriented. And the thing here is that combining that with your deeply emotional nature and your need for security, when you become more and more successful, your fears also tend to increase. And when left unchecked, this can turn into a lot of overthinking and even procrastinating on your success moving forward, because you're afraid that the more success that you get, the more difficult it will be for it to manage, or the more you have to lose But there's a reason why you're receiving this reading right now, my gorgeous Cancerian, and that is to inform you of what's happening, because you may not even be consciously aware of what's going on. You may just feel like, oh, okay, why am I a little anxious? Well, this is why. Moving more deeply into your reading, we have the Page of Coins. Page of Coins is a messenger of new information in the material realm. So you getting new information about how to best handle your increasing finances and your changing professional opportunities. The more you grow, the more you will crave to know exactly how you can keep all of this new wealth that's accumulating, how you can make sure that you have these income generating assets where even if you're having a little bit of a challenging month or season, you are still free and you are still stable and you are still able to sustain life. And I see here that by building this bit by bit, that really calms your heart as a Cancerian, because again, that need for stability is actually being addressed. Next up, we have got the Run Wild card, and for whatever reason, okay, there we go. Now our camera is picking it up in proper 4K res. Now, Run Wild and the number 29. Did you know that Saturn returns home every 29 years? So Saturn return is a time in which when Saturn returns and has orbited the sun, and it takes 29 years for one orbit, they say each human being has approximately 3 different Saturn returns within their life. The first Saturn return around the age of 29, that is when you have done childhood, you've kind of embarked on the path of choosing a path, figuring out who you are. And this is often the most challenging one, because by the second return, you have matured, and by the third return, you are said to be basically a sage, a hierophant, a teacher, and in the most soft era of your existence, because now you don't have the worries that you had before. You have all of this experience to carry you into the next chapter, the afterlife. Now, in Run Wild and the number 29, either your first or second Saturn return is actually calling for your inner wild child to run forth. So if you're approaching or anywhere near your first or second Saturn return, this will really ring a bell, because you will be thinking far more about your childhood. You'll be thinking far more about everything that has happened to you growing up, and kind of analyzing how that has shaped you as a human being and as an adult. And I want you to know that if your Saturn return is not yet where you find that, okay, these energies are potent, because you can already feel them a little before and you feel them a little thereafter, couple months, couple years before, 1 to 2 years, you can feel the intensity building up for you. I want you to know that if you're completely out of those cycles, what that means in Run Wild is that your guides are trying to say to you, use this time to explore, to travel. You will never regret having done what was in your dreams, and having done something that you felt inspired to do that gave you a new experience, whether it's traveling the world, whether it's putting yourself out there professionally, trying new things, whether it's attempting to create something that the world will love, whether it's music, whether it's art, whether it's your own deck. Literally, Spirit here is telling you in the number 30, say yes. Now is the time to be open and receive. Now is the time for you to receive these opportunities and to take them, to act on them, to be fearless about opportunities that are given to you. And as you can see, we've got this castle here. So it's about building your own castle, your own fort, your own kingdom, and doing so by being open to receiving from others. Now, if someone gives you an opportunity to work together, don't always feel like it's too good to be true. Sometimes that's just the collaboration that you need in order to learn, but also make a lot more bank. Now, perhaps you will have someone coming to you during the month of May, and I can see that here, who is going to be able to help you to sleep with more ease. So we've got the Tower and the Nine of Swords. This is going to be through traditional practices, such as using different herbal remedies at certain times of the day, drinking certain types of teas like chamomile teas. I'm not talking about heavy plant medicine. I'm talking about simple, gentle ways for you to stop overthinking. Say yes to it rather than always dealing with everything by yourself and you always being the mom friend of the group, the unpaid free therapist. How about you accept another person's help and another person's support? Take it on and enjoy this. Enjoy the fact that their help and their support is actually going to be helpful for a change. I know often you are the most helpful one of the bunch, and when someone says, oh, let me help you, and that's why you don't even let people help you anymore, because then it often turns into more work for you again, rather than their help actually being helpful, because now you have to explain to them why, for example, you can't structure your business in this way because the internet doesn't work this way, your customers don't work this way, or how, no, you can't actually cut out this food group because you really need it because it makes you feel good, or no, you don't really want to take these supplements or this type of medicine because you actually want to be able to feel your emotions and your body and you don't want to be medicated all the time. So knowing that during the month of May you are actually receiving helpful help that takes all of your preferences into account is a really beautiful sign that you're also learning to let go a little bit of the need to control. Now, my gorgeous Cancerian, this is the reading that I've received for you. If this hit home and resonated, leave a butterfly emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know that you were here and you received your May prediction and you're a Cancerian, because that's the only way that anyone would know. Now, my gorgeous fellow crab babies, I'm sending you so much love wherever you are right now, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous Leo babies. Welcome to your May 2025 predictions. I hope that you enjoyed our meditation, our manifestation practice, as well as the first two groups that you could choose from during the intro of this video in order to receive part 1 of your reading. Now we're going to add part 2 onto the first part that you've received. So we've got stillness as well as flexibility. I want you to know that as a Leo, you might be a little fidgety. You might always want to explore the new, take new action. But the month of May is actually a month of being really still and also practicing yoga. That's why flexibility is showing up, because the more still that you are in these poses and you hold poses for a longer time, the more your flexibility will also increase over time. But speaking about the mental realm, I want you to know that the more you spend time with yourself, the more flexible you become and adaptable regardless of what life throws at you. We see that here within the tiger. You're not afraid to fight, but at the same time, being still and not reacting when someone makes you upset gives you the flexibility to choose your reaction in a way that will have the best possible outcome for you in the long run. So actually the month of May is a month of a lot of delight for you because you've got your emotions in check regardless of what happens. Nothing really phases you, and you can see how tactics are not working, of people who are trying to kind of get you out of character, of people who are trying to upset you, of situations that otherwise would have annoyed you. Whether it's, for example, being in traffic or having a family member bring up your body, bring up your relationship status, bring up how they feel about your career and the choices you've made in your life that are really none of their business. I do see that it really delights you when you see how much you've grown from a place of reactivity to actually just letting people talk, because it's not your problem, it's not your business, it's their problem, it's their business. And the more you remove your emotionality and any type of emotional reaction from being in the control and in the hands of others, the happier and more still, quiet you become, because you're also flexible in the mind to the degree that you know, like, oh, okay, this is their problem and not mine. Next up, within 15, we've got Get Lost and the number 15. Fall deep into the realm of imagination. May is going to have you dreaming tons. So in the past, you may have not really remembered your dream, but during the month of May, you will dream and you will be traveling a lot of different places on this planet in your dreams. So when you remember your dreams, you will remember that you were somewhere new. You were on an adventure. And this is going to inspire you to quite literally book an adventure. I see here in falling deep into the realm of imagination that actually the lines between your imagination and reality are blurring more and more during the month of May, because the more that you see that actually life in itself, it's a funny construct because the line between reality and imagination is so blurred. So many people who have created life-changing things, whether it be, for example, iPhones, laptops, cars, things that we see as normal or take for granted or have just become part of our day-to-day life. Remember, all of these things were once in someone's imagination, and if they would have told another person about this idea, people would have and have ridiculed these individuals in the past. Just think about the Wright brothers, the airplanes, and so on. If you would have told someone, oh, you're going to develop a car rather than a horse carriage, they would have laughed at you and said that's not possible. So I see huge inventive, creative type of energy and a huge loss of this sense of being in this world in the 3D, and instead being far more in tune with, oh, everything is flexible. Nothing is really as it seems, and my imagination can become a reality. So not feeling so far removed from your dreams because of that, and because of how much evidence we have from human history of how dreams do become reality, even though at the time of it being a dream, it seems so unlikely. Now within You Deserve to Be Seen, your guides in the universe sees that for May, you will have a desire to dress differently, to change your appearance in a way that you're feeling a little bit hesitant to go out of the house just because it's different, and you don't want people saying, oh, did you do something to your face? Oh, your hair is so different. Oh, something about your body is different. Or them even being able to pinpoint exactly what it is that you've had done, whether it is a surgical or a non-surgical procedure. And I want you to know here, you deserve to be seen. All right, whether it's you finally wearing the hairstyle you want to wear, the type of makeup that you want to wear, whether you're getting that surgical or non-surgical procedure, go out and be seen. Get over it as quickly as possible, because the faster you get over the fear of judgment, the faster you will get into living your life again fully. And here within master number 22, let it come forth. Give yourself permission to feel the attention being on you, even if it's you getting more in shape, wearing clothes that are more fitting, or just show off the hard work you've put in, of building muscle, of losing weight, of getting into a shape that you feel really comfortable in, however that looks like for you. Give yourself permission to feel all eyes on you. Give yourself permission to continuously be the center of attention, even if people have called you selfish, egocentric. And by the way, on my second channel, on Vanessa Psychic CEO channel, I literally just posted a video 2 days ago about why you should be more selfish. So I highly recommend you go check that out, because that video is going to change the way you see yourself and being selfish forever. And next up here within Pachamama, we've got this kind of connection to Earth that is uncomparable to any other month. She with the Andean emerald spirit and emerald heart. Pachamama shows us here that you are deeply connected to the ancient lineage that runs within your family. Perhaps you even come from a tribe. For me, for example, I do have that in parts of my background, in parts of my ethnic background. And this kind of tribal energy and this connection to spirit animals, to the universe, is showing itself during the month of May in ways that you feel so deeply connected to your lineage that if you leave the house, even if you're feeling insecure, you are reminded that you're actually representing not just yourself, but your ancestors, your grandparents, your great-grandparents. Next within 15, which has already repeated itself with Get Lost, and we have Ajna Durga, power of the good. So the number 15 for some reason is a number you're really connected to. And also tigers. You see how tigers have continuously been showing up for you, Leo. So you are, of course, the sign of the lion, but for some reason we have a different big cat. We have the tiger with inflexibility. We have the tiger here in our power of the good. And we have another tiger down here within Pachamama. So the tiger being a symbol of you being connected, being a symbol of you being on the right path is what I want you to note down for the month of May, because you won't be disappointed. Tigers will continuously show up. And I want you to know here that the good is going to prevail. If right now you are in a lawsuit or you're waiting for an answer about a disagreement you're in with another person, the good, the person who is truly morally right, is going to win in this instance. And then we have the totemic puma, which represents the power of awakening. Here we have the number 3, and in Pachamama we had the number 38. So the number 3 is another important number for you. And the number 8 is, by the way, a number of pure abundance. And pairing this up with this feline energy, the energies of these big cats, I want you to know that May is going to awaken you to actually how powerful that you are, because sometimes you feel smaller than you are, especially if someone threatens you with, for example, legal action, or they say, oh, if you don't do what they expect you to do, there's going to be repercussions. That type of blackmailing I see is just not going to fly during the month of May for you, because you are awakening to the fact that, yeah, they can do that, but so can you. And actually, you are in a far, far more powerful position than you ever realized, because you're a kind, grounded type of person. And you never resort to trying to scare other people. But the thing is, you're learning to stand up for yourself, and you're learning that if someone wants to misunderstand you or someone wants to get into a verbal altercation, the best thing for you to do is to let them behave foolish, and at the same time stand above it and just show that you won't be treated in a way that you don't want to be treated. And I want you to know here within the totemic puma that your bravery is showing itself not by words or by actions, but just through your energy. So when you enter a room in May, people respect you immediately because they can tell, hey, this is not someone to play with. This is not someone that we're just going to rip off or that we're going to treat badly, because clearly they have boundaries. Clearly there's something about them that shows, uh-oh, they are not going to be treated poorly. That's the type of energy that I see you exuding for the month of May, and it is widely understood by anyone that you encounter. So my gorgeous Leo baby, this is the May prediction that I've received for you, and I trust that you found it insightful. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section by leaving a tiger emoji below. So not a lion, but a tiger, because that's the only way anyone would know that you are a Leo and you watched the final part of your May prediction all the way to the end. I'm sending you so much love wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, and I can't wait to catch up with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous Virgo baby. Welcome to the final part of your May prediction. This is the horoscope portion, which is based on the fact that you have Virgo in your birth chart. So your sun sign, which is your zodiac sign, is either a Virgo, or you are currently receiving your moon or rising signs reading for the month of May. Either way, I trust that you enjoyed our meditation and our manifestation practice, as well as picking from the two groups that I had prepared for you at the start of this video, which make up for part 1 of your May prediction. But now we'll move even more deeply into May, which is based on your sign. So first up, we have Abuela medicine, remedy of the grandmothers. You want your lineage to be respected during the month of May, and you're not going to allow for anyone to make you feel as though what you or your family and your lineage have been through is just to be swept under the rug. I can see here in Abuela medicine that what you're doing is you're standing up for yourself, you're standing up for other individuals who are similar to you, whether that's women, whether that's people from ethnic backgrounds, whether that's people who are in the LGBTQ plus community. And if there are additional letters to that at this point, you guys, you know I love you all, but I'm not always up to date on every single thing right when it happens, so please forgive me for that. Moving further into your reading, we have master number 33, and then we have 32 as well. So in Takana, I want you to know here, the child of the light is coming out during the month of May, which means that you're going through a huge transformation of no longer playing small, but you're now playing big. So Virgo, you're not so focused on the little things. You are a perfectionist, but May is actually showing you that the less you focus on being a perfectionist, the more you achieve. And I see here within Pasha Karmak that you are nourishing your soul by just doing. Okay, so not overthinking when you are in midst of a project and you start to realize how, okay, whether it's painting or creating something professionally, you're starting to overthink every single word that you're writing. If you're creating your website, you're starting to think about every single little field that you are filling with color if you are a painter, for example. And I want you to know that rather than overthinking that, you're realizing, wait, this is not about being perfect. This is about actually putting it out into the world. Because remember that the things that you don't put out into the world, nobody can discover and nobody can actually enjoy. So even if you put things out into the world and to you they are imperfect, most people won't notice. And also you are denying the world of yourself, your art, your wonderful energy by not putting things out and not making them public. So it's better to put it out and it be imperfect and then you go for it again than overthinking and overthinking and overthinking. Next we have master number 22. So we had master number 33 show up, the master number of a leader, of a sage. And here within master number 22, we've got the master number of the teacher. Let it come forth. Give yourself permission to feel it. Give yourself permission to feel the anxiety that you feel when you put things out there and you think it's not yet ready. Like for example, when I put out my first YouTube videos, I felt like, oh my God, I'm not ready. It's gonna be so badly received and so on. But the thing is, just put it out and then see what happens. And probably you don't have that many eyes on it at that point yet anyways. So just by putting it out, you can even continue to make progress. Imagine if I would have stopped filming videos and I would have stopped doing readings because the first time that I tried to read tarot or oracle cards, I was just stuck and I could not even speak a word. I didn't know how to connect to these cards, to the powers, to the divine. Imagine if I would have just stopped then and there. Remember here to just let things come forth and also to keep putting out, to keep making sure that you are sharing content, that you're sharing your gifts. Now, next up, we've got the number 3, be present. We have number 3 showing up so many times within your reading already. Here we have number 3, which reminds you to be present, which is going to continuously show up within your life during the month of May. In Intakana, we have 33. In Abuela medicine, we have 23. In Pacha Karmak, we have 32. So the number 3 has showed up in every single card so far, except within Let It Come Forth, which corresponds to master number 22, which is also a very special number. And we only have numbers made up of 2 and 3. So 23, 32, 22, 3, and 33. Isn't that so peculiar? Isn't that so insightful? The number 3 is the number of collaboration. The number 2 is the number of working together, of relationships, of soulmates. And soulmates can be romantic, but also finding your soulmate in work. And here within being present, I can see that there are relationships in your life during the month of May that will change your life, where you feel so deeply connected to other people and you feel safe, you feel seen, you feel like you are dealing with people who actually care about you. And I do also see that this is an amazing month, a fantastic month for any of you who are in romantic relationships or thinking of starting a business with a partner, with a spouse. This is the best month for you to do it. Another thing about the number 2 and the number 3 are that these numbers are numbers of celebrating, of putting yourself out there and collaborating in small groups. So small business owners, adding just 2 or 3 clients, but very amazing clients, ideal clients, your dream clientele, is going to already significantly increase the income, the financial flow, and make you feel extremely relaxed and elated. And I'm sure now you're thinking to yourself, what number is going to show up next after the universe has made it so clear that 2323 is a number sequence that you are meant to receive, and has made it so evident that, hey, you need to understand the numerological vibrations of these numbers, because it's going to help you understand May and understand yourself. So now this is like the grand moment, the grand reveal of what culmination that our guides are bringing towards us. We have the number 2. You can't make this up. You saw, I shuffled the cards right before your eyes. You saw how there was no cuts, there was no interruption. The number 2, accept what is. The act of acceptance will bring peace. Literally only sequences of the number 3 and 2. Accepting what is means working with your natural God-given talents and gifts, universe-given talents and gifts. I want you to know that accepting will bring peace in your life in May by accepting people for who they are. So rather than expecting for your partner or your mom to understand you in ways how they have proven over and over again they don't, just let them be who they are. And when they feel accepted, that is when they will make more of an effort to get you to understand you and to accept you. So when you let go, you actually create what you desire. The more you let go, the more you actually create your desires, which is a very funny thing to observe. And the connection we have here, it's insane. And that's why literally in my 3 groups and in all of my programs now, they have all become invitation only, because this is only for people who see and understand and deeply feel this connection that we've got going on here in this sacred divine space towards spirit, towards the universe, towards divine guidance, towards God, because this is not a coincidence. And if you also understand this as not being a coincidence, the number sequences of 3 and 2 being the only ones showing up within your reading, how it cannot be a quote-unquote coincidence, when literally we are speaking about, 50 cards within here, and then another 50 cards within this deck, and we could have received any numbers, but we've got sequences of 2 and 3, which in numerology are cards of working together, of creating with other people in a small group of like-minded individuals. I mean, if you don't see how this is meaningful, which is again why everything that I do that's not public on YouTube, it's application only, because it's only for people who truly value these messages and who see how valuable that they are, how guiding that they are, and how insanely deeply connected that we are to spirit. Next up, we have got transformation. Now, the month of May brings a huge transformation for you that you did not expect to see. We've got the butterfly. You're going to see blue and yellow butterflies during the month of May, and you're going to think to yourself, this is unusual. I didn't think that I would see this vibrant of a blue butterfly. And next up, we've got purity as well. Now, there's this saying that I love, and it goes, to the pure, all things are pure. And that's exactly where you stand as a Virgo. You are an extremely pure soul. The month of May is going to show this, because you will have an opportunity to take advantage of a situation where others would have taken advantage, but you would never even think about it. You don't even see it that way. Like, for example, being able to have monetary gain in a situation where others would have immediately taken it. But for you, if it's out of integrity, if it's not within a space and a realm where you're like, yeah, you know what, this feels good, this feels aligned, you just don't even think about it, and you would never do it. And that's why you are such a happy person, because you focus on the kindness. You focus on being in line with your beliefs. You focus on yourself, not on speaking about other people. You are a gossip-free zone during the month of May. And that is what is creating so much happiness, because there's just only purity around you and you're only hanging out with people who are pure as well. And then we've got enlightenment. And this shows us here, by the way, leave a sailboat emoji, a boat emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know that you're a Virgo and you have received your reading and it aligns with you, because that's the only way anyone would know what the boat emoji even means. Now this shows here that not only are you going through transformation, but you're having a huge spiritual enlightenment that's coming towards you during the month of May that will change you forever. This is a super transformative month of your spirit, but also of your work, of your professional life. The dynamic is going to change and you're going to collaborate with just the right people in order to create wealth that your family lineage hasn't seen before. Nobody has done this in your lineage, or even of siblings in your family with your cousins and so on. Nobody has accomplished what you are accomplishing. And in May, it's starting. In May, your rocket ship is fueled and it's taking off. So my gorgeous Virgo babies, this is the reading that I received for you for the month of May. I hope that you found this insightful and that you enjoyed your reading. Wherever you are on this planet, I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous Libra baby. Welcome to the final part of your May horoscope and prediction. I hope that you enjoyed doing our manifestation together, meditating, as well as the first part of your reading where you got to pick between the two groups. And now we'll add on to part one by adding your Libra portion, which is your horoscope for the month of May. So let's see precisely what's coming towards you. Connect with your ancestors as well as energy work. So we've got the number 14 and 22, master number 22. What this shows us here is that you are very much in tune with your ancestors, with your parents and great-grandparents, a type of energy that is allowing you to, also have some very interesting dreams. And your guides are trying to say to you, you should take note of your dreams. So have a journal and a pen next to your bed, because you will be doing some energy work in your sleep. So things will be happening automatically for Libra during the month of May. You don't have to put in any effort or any extra work. All you have to do is document your thoughts and your findings from your sleep. Literally, you guys, 2 days ago, I had such a clear and vivid dream of who my soulmate is, my next soulmate in this lifetime. The moment I woke up, I kid you not, I immediately grabbed my pen, immediately grabbed my paper, took note of it, immediately made sure that I jotted it down, because I knew otherwise I would forget, and I knew that otherwise I would just completely lose the vision. So make sure that you do so instantly in order to ensure that you don't lose any of these thoughts. Now, in the Princess of Pentacles, I can see that you're going to get some news about the material realm. So news about your car that needs fixing, news about an exam that you've passed, news about a new job opportunity that you have applied for and that you hoped that you would get. I see in the Princess of Pentacles that we have positive news about the earthly realms, about something that concerns a material aspect of your life. And the Ten of Cups, by the way, congrats, is one of the most favorable cards of the tarot, especially when it comes to your emotion. The Ten of Cups is a card of emotional fulfillment, of feeling satisfied, of being loved and appreciated, which is what I see in the Ten of Cups. For all my gorgeous Libras, the love that you give is not being given to others in vain. You're going to experience so much love and adoration and appreciation back through love letters, material gifts, as well as what I see here in the Princess of Pentacles. Something being sent to you, either a gift card, funds, or a gift in the mail, something that is physical and material. And I see here within the Hierophant that this is because when someone gets to know you, romantically speaking, if you allow them to really understand who you are, they respect you so deeply, because here in the Hierophant, I want you to know that people notice that you have values. People notice that You are a very justice-loving type of person. You want the best for everyone around you, and you will even go to great lengths to help other people who cannot help themselves. And that says so much about you, Libra, because a lot of people would just ignore scenarios in which you actually stand up for the underdog. I see here within embracing that one of the reasons why you do this is because you want others to feel embraced and seen, because in a lot of instances, you yourself did not feel embraced or seen. And because you know what that's like, you want to spare others of going through that. I also see here within the stork that during the month of May, you will be embracing someone who is announcing their pregnancy. The Hierophant in connectivity to embracing shows that they will tell you on an evening when nobody is expecting that you will get this news. The energy shifts as you're talking to this friend of yours, and you already know what's up before they've said it. And then when they confirm it to you, you'll think to yourself, wow, I am really psychic. That's also why success has showed up within your reading. Libra, perhaps you like to read tarot or oracle cards yourself. And I want you to know here within the message of success and this Black Panther that we have received, May is a highly intuitive, successful month for you. Listen to your intuition and don't overthink your decisions. If you feel like, I wish I had a YouTube channel, just film the first video, put it on there, start. And let me know that you did, because I love checking out my subscribers' channels and leaving sweet comments for you to encourage you. Perhaps you want to start that podcast, start the pod. Maybe you already have a pod. Reach out, show me your pod, DM me about your pod. You get the vibes here. This is just about thinking, oh, I really wish I was doing that with my life. Rather than wishing, just do it. There's nothing stopping you. Up next, within a time to remember, we've also got the number 1. And this brings a message of you looking back on your childhood. There's something going on with your childhood here that your guides want you to look back on, that your guides want you to see, to notice, and to kind of start to process, because you have not process this part of you that wasn't embraced to the degree that you really should. And then we have number 42, you deserve to be seen, let yourself be known and shown. So my gorgeous Libra babies, if you are still feeling like hiding yourself at times because of your body, because of your insecurities, because of ways in which you were perhaps bullied in a time to remember, I want to just remind you of the fact that that is a bygone time. You don't have to allow that to continue to make you feel ashamed or unsure about yourself. There's no reason for you to be ashamed or to feel unsure about yourself. You are a hardworking, independent, kind-hearted individual, and it's time that you treat yourself exactly the way you would treat yourself if you were your own friend, if you were your own family member. Now, my gorgeous Libra baby, we have success coming towards you, the best relationship dynamics ever during the month of May for you. This is a very prosperous month. This is a month of being with the one, finding the one, soulmate energy, being loved and appreciated, whether you're in a relationship or you're single, and doing healing energy work while connecting with your ancestors. My gorgeous Libra, I am sending you so much love. I hope that you enjoyed this reading and that it resonated, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming predictions. Hello, my gorgeous Scorpio baby. Welcome to the last part of your May horoscope and prediction. I trust that you made full use of this video, that you did the meditation. You're excited about your manifestation practice that I introduced you to after the intro as well, and that you tuned into part 1 of your reading and that you received that, so we can now add on to it with all things Scorpio. So let's get straight into it, shall we? We have got Mama Aquila as well as Mayu. So I want you to know here, first and foremost in Mama Aquila, that during the full moon and the new moon is when the most activity is happening in your life, both physically and emotionally. So financially, you're making the most during new and full moon, and emotionally speaking, you're also feeling the most excited and fulfilled during those times of the month. If you want to learn more about that, by the way, I do have an astrological forecast video for the month of May on my channel, so make sure you check that out to know exactly what these new and full moons mean. And in Mayu, I want you to know here that what you're also receiving is some messages that were left untapped for a long time from your intuition. I know this sounds a little spiritual, woo-woo, crazy, but information comes from somewhere. Just think about it. How is it that we all have these different thoughts, these different intuitive feelings? Where do they come from? Now, without going too deep into the source, I want you to know here in Mayu that your source is very active during the month of May. Your source is giving you so many intuitive messages about what to do next in your career, what your path to success and happiness is in this lifetime, who you should be with romantically, and who is perhaps best for you to stay away from. I see here within Amuata that we have this sage of higher knowledge that has appeared for you, which shows that during the month of May, you're doing a lot of learning. You are either reconvening back into school, taking studying actually seriously again, because sometimes you have a course, you have a program, you have something where theoretically you could learn. Perhaps you're someone who is guilty of owning a lot of books that they haven't read, a lot of decks that you haven't used or even opened the guidebooks of. And I want you to know here in Amuada, this is the sage of higher knowledge that brings a message that in May, you're actually going to do a lot of additional learning. You're going to expand your mind, and you're going to educate yourself on your own accord and because you want to, not because you feel pressured or anyone else is telling you what to do. Next up, we have got Hozo. So here within Hozo, we've got the beauty way of the Navajo. I want you to understand that the month of May is bringing you a deep, deep connection to your spirit animals, and you will see a white butterfly in connectivity with the reassurance of this message that you're getting. So during the month of May, you will, for example, see buffalo, and then you will also see a white butterfly that flies across the sky, and you will instantly be reminded of the fact that your reading told you this white butterfly is coming, and then when you see the white butterfly, you receive the message, and you register exactly when that appeared. You will know the meaning of this. You will understand why your reading brought up this white butterfly and this prayer, so to say, this opening of your third eye, which is a place of intuition, which shows that you are just listening to your gut feeling from there on out, rather than questioning yourself. In Create Art, your guides are telling you May is a month to create art, okay? You should sit down on the drawing board, paint, go back to the studio, create music, film that YouTube video that you've been meaning to film, create art in your own way and in the time that feels most comfortable to you. It could be that you are the most creative at nighttime. Perhaps you feel super creative first thing in the morning or when you go to bed really early and you get to also wake up early. Next up, we have got make a vision board. So that is the precise type of art that your guides are trying to tell you to do, to make a vision board. And we also have master number 33. So rather than asking yourself, okay, but Vanessa, I don't know if I'm that talented, I don't know what kind of art I should do, I'm not perfect, I'm not amazing at it yet. Doesn't matter, make a vision board. Literally, I do this with not Photoshop, I do this with PowerPoint is what I meant to say. And I just go and save a ton of pictures of things that I love online, and then I take them, I put them into PowerPoint, into presentations, I print them out on glossy paper, I cut it out, and then I stick it onto a board. And I have 2 of my vision boards hanging in my living room. I love looking at them. I just showed them to a friend who was at my house yesterday because I'm trapped at home because my car is in the garage getting fixed. So I just want you to know here, finding a good time to make a vision board could be if you're stuck at home. If you feel like, I'm not really sure what I actually want right now. I'm not really sure where I'm actually going. It is a super clarifying and super manifesting type of activity to do that allows you to gain clarity. And next up, we have 0 Fs given. So your guides are literally trying to say to you, do not give an F whether your vision board seems over the top or whether your goals might seem like, oh, unattainable or too much for other people. Who cares? Life is so short. We're only here for a really short amount of time compared to, for example, matters in the universe. We're only here for such a minimal amount of life that you might as well live it fully. And at the end of the day, nothing really matters. If you think about it, people are usually so focused on themselves at the end of the day. It doesn't really matter whether someone likes your dreams or not. Focus on you, focus on dreams that feel good to you. It could be owning an animal sanctuary or, for example, your own farm with animals that you just take care of and you love. It could be living on a yacht and traveling the world's oceans with the love of your life. Perhaps one of your goals and dreams is to own a really big company with hundreds of employees who get paid fair wages and where you develop something that changes a lot of people's lives positively. Maybe your dream is just to live in a tiny house, to have what you need and not deal with any other human beings at all. Maybe you want to own a private jet, a Rolls Royce, something lavish in that sense, and you want the big house, the white picket fence, and the luxury penthouse across the globe. Perhaps what you want to do is go back to school and study medicine or become a herbalist and travel the world helping people with their health, or have your own very successful practice where you make your own supplements and products. You see how there are so many different ways in which you can have a vision, combine the vision, and just quite frankly speaking, not give an F about what anyone else thinks, because every one of these scenarios that I just mentioned to you, first of all, they're possible and a lot of people are living those scenarios, more people than you're maybe aware of. Second of all, it is your right to want to claim that. If that vision was given to you, it was given to you for a reason. That's why it wasn't given to me, but it was given to you. And third of all, a lot of these experiences and ways of life, they exist and they're possible for us to enjoy. So why not you? Why wouldn't it be you? I literally, by the way, just posted a video on my second channel. It's Vanessa Psychic CEO, where I literally hype you guys up to just live your absolute best lives, to manifest the heck out of life. And I just posted a video like a week ago, and it's literally called Why Not You? I urge you to go watch that if you have any type of inhibition about you being successful. If you feel like, oh, I don't want to be greedy, I don't want to take too much, then there won't be anything left for everyone else. Watch that video if you're a people pleaser. Next up, we've got emotional baggage. So May is going to bring up some baggage that you haven't unpacked, that you haven't even opened the zipper of it, okay? It's in there, it needs to be washed, it needs to be put away, things need to be folded, and you have to put those toiletries back in their place as well. You have to get out the shoes, you have to make sure that just this baggage is unpacked finally, because it's not going to get any easier the longer you wait. And of course you guys always know what I mean, because you're the smartest subscribers on YouTube. You know that by the suitcase and the baggage and the clothes, I mean some traumas that need to be unpacked, that need to be looked at, and where there's a little bit of additional time that you can spend during the month of May dealing, healing, and working through these. Now, my absolutely stunning Scorpio baby, this is the prediction that I've received for you. I hope that you found it insightful and that it resonated. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section. And my gorgeous Scorpio, wherever you are on our planet, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous Sagittarius baby. Welcome to the final part of your May prediction. I hope that you enjoyed our meditation, as well as our manifestation practice that we did together throughout the intro of this video, and also picking from the two groups that I introduced you to in order to receive part 1 of your May prediction. So now we'll delve into your horoscope, which is based on your zodiac sign, or perhaps you're even watching your moon or rising sign. Either way, let's talk all things Saggy for the month of May. So first up, we've got Mama Quila. I can see here that the moon is affecting you deeply during the month of May. And combining that with the totemic Puma, I can see that every single time we have the full moon, we have the new moon, trust that you are going through some huge transitions. You may find it hard to fall asleep, or to stay awake. Either way, your sleep pattern is going to be a little disrupted. And yes, that's going to make the entire experience feel a little bit extra mystical. And at the same time, you're going to be taking notes, you're going to be reading, you're going to be pushing yourself emotionally and spiritually to another level, which means that you're going to learn a lot. You're going through a emotional enlightenment, through a spiritual moment of enlightenment, and understanding things from such a different viewpoint and level than you have before. You know, when you make a connection between things that you never saw as being interconnected before. Like, for example, when you thought that being unsure, uncertain in your private life, you never connected how actually professionally that has also affected you and your ability to grow, you and your ability to charge clients accordingly, to attract new customers, to get those promotions, all right? But you are making those connections during the month of May, and it's giving you these huge aha moments. And in Kaini, I want you to know here that what that also means is that in each other, we find ourselves. You feel far more connected to everyone around you because you also don't see so much distance between yourself and other people. You see how, wow, okay, this person struggles with, for example, finding love, or this person struggles with body image. And I struggle with something quite like that. Even if that's not your struggle, rather than feeling as though, oh, that's a them problem, you feel so empathetic and connected to all of your fellow human beings that you can totally understand where they're coming from, even if their problem is not your exact problem. You can understand and empathize with what it must feel like. And therefore, May is actually awakening in you being an amazing leader, because being an amazing leader and boss of people means that you are someone who's empathetic and understanding. You're someone who gets what others are going through. You're someone who gets what others are going through. Next within today is the day, and number 36, it is time to begin the journey. May is the time for you to finally begin the journey of the thing you've been putting off, whether that's being consistent on YouTube, actually publishing your podcast, getting your website off the ground, switching jobs, making sure that you're actually studying for upcoming exams. I see that May is the time of quitting any type of procrastination and understanding now is the time. If not now, then when? And you feel a new sense of almost like pressure during the month of May to actually do the things that will get you to your desires, because you're realizing we don't have an infinite amount of time, and sometimes you need something to happen in your life. I see here within Get Lost, you're going through imagination and rumination of how many people wish that they had more time, how many people have gone through some really dark challenges or aren't even with us anymore. So what I'm getting is you watching a crime series or hearing of someone whose life prematurely ended, and that is just kind of the jolt that is going to remind you of, hey, I am lucky enough to be here, to be waking up every single day. I might as well use it. I might as well make the most of my life. I might as well really honor this time that I have, because there's a lot of people whose time was cut short. And especially if you're feeling an ancestor, if you're feeling someone in your family close to you who had that same fate, it's going to further encourage you to actually take this life seriously and all the opportunities that you have and live it fully. Now, next up within number 4, we've got Be Still. May is a really grounding month. I see you going to a meditation practice. If you go to, for example, Pilates or yoga classes, at the end of it, take the being still very seriously. Take your Shavasana very seriously, in the sense of actually relax, actually remind yourself that, hey, when I give myself time to be still and to really recuperate, I am doing self-care. I'm doing something for myself that not many people on this planet get to do. Within Make an Altar, your guides are trying to say to you, May is a great time for you to make or update your altar. So get pictures of the things that you love, people you love, future visions that you have for yourself, candles, make sure you've got incense, flowers. Perhaps you even have statues of things, crystals, and so on. Put them all in a little space. You can literally create an altar anywhere. Like your bedside table can be your altar. A little corner of your desk can be your altar. And have those as little souvenirs, but also ways for you to remember your goals, your morals, your beliefs, and your values. Hence why, for example, a picture of you and your family might be on your altar because it allows you to remember what's truly important and what you value in life. You might have a crystal such as a rose quartz, which is the crystal of love, because one of your morals and values is to always act from a place of love. And when you make an altar and you assign a meaning to each and every item on your altar, and you look at it, you sit with it, you are surrounded by it every single day, it actually ingrains those beliefs, those goals, those morals and values even more deeply into your system. Next up, the Ace of Cups, by the way, is a sign, it's a symbol, it's a message of a new relationship coming into your life, or someone whom you haven't seen for a really long time coming to be with you. Now, the Ace of Cups is the ace of emotions. It is the ace of new beginnings, of feelings between two people. And when the Ace of Cups shows up, it is actually a sign for new romantic beginnings. If you're already in a committed relationship, then this means that your relationship is going to regain its spark. And if you're completely single, you are going to meet someone that you're going to want to vet. Remember here how you made your altar, how you spent time figuring out what you really desire and what your morals and your values are. Just because you've met someone new, it doesn't mean that they're suitable. So you're taking time to make sure that they are the one during the month of May. And if they're not, you're moving on. The Seven of Coins is a message and an indication to let things grow. You've planted a lot of different seeds, my gorgeous Saggy, and now it's time for you to let those seeds grow and to water them and to fertilize them. So there are different seasons for a reason, and during some seasons you will be heavily planting a lot of seeds, and during other seasons you will be tending to those seeds. You will be taking care of those seeds. For example, one season you might be building your business and your website and creating your offers, and then in your other season you're doing more selling, you're gaining customers, you're putting out content, you're making the things that you have created findable. So there are different seasons for different reasons, and different seasons for different levels of your life professionally, but also spiritually and romantically. You may have a season where you're really healing, where you're actually not dating, where you're abstaining from being intimate with anyone because you want to ready yourself for the right person or for the next person that you will be in a connection with. And that season is there for a reason too. It is a preparation that is necessary for you to truly be able to love the next person, for you to truly be able to have let go of the past. So the Seven of Coins tells you to be so real and honest with yourself about the different seasons that you're in, to not judge if you need a little bit more time to process, and instead to take that time to know that every season is important, and just because one on the surface looks less productive than another doesn't actually make it less productive. Like, for example, if you're sleeping, you can see that as quote unquote, you're not being productive, you're not doing work, but without sleep, you can't do work. Without sleep, your work is going to be compromised. So it is actually extremely productive to get a good amount of sleep and real rest. Now, my absolutely stunning Sagittarius, this is the reading that I've received for you, and I hope that you found this insightful. Make sure that you leave a coin emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know that you received your reading, you watched it all the way to the end, and that you enjoyed it. Furthermore, you can find all of my free trainings in the description box. We have a free love training, a free training called the Seed Circle for all of you who are just starting your business, and the Millionaire Muse Room training, which is for all of you who want to elevate your business, have already found your path, but you just want to get even better and more successful at what you're doing. Now, my gorgeous, gorgeous fire sign, I'm sending you so much love wherever you are, no matter what time it is in your corner of the world, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous Capricorn baby. Welcome to the final part of your May prediction. I hope that you enjoyed the meditation, our manifestation technique, as well as picking from the two groups that I had prepared for you right at the start of this video. First and foremost, when it comes to all things Cappy, we've actually got two messages, which is the honor of the ancient king as well as the spirit of the warrior. First and foremost, in this lioness, brave type of energy, I want you to know here we've also got master number 22, which is the master number of the teacher. This is the master number of a leader. So May is the month of you being brave and leading a team, be it at work or be it within your family, spearheading new ideas. And I see here within Alakoa, the spirit of the warrior, that this is coming from a place of wanting to protect your loved ones, wanting to protect what is yours, and wanting to make sure everyone is set up for a prosperous future. So if you're looking into different investments, for example, to protect your family and those around you for the future, the month of May is a month in which you are the one who's bringing all of the suggestions and making sure that it's being taken seriously and followed through with. Next up, we've got Chakana. Within Chakana, the message that we have is time to cross the threshold. You understand that it's time to do something differently. If you ever want to be above average or have a better than average life or existence, you will have to behave in a way that is different than average. Whether that has to do with the way that you make and invest your funds, or the way that you exercise and eat. If you want above average results, you have to put in above average type of work, or at least do things differently than the norm. When it comes to your physical health, your physical physique, that may be going on that additional walk every single day to strengthen yourself, to remain fit. Perhaps it is, instead of having the unhealthy foods that everyone else in your family and friend circle would order, you actually go for steamed instead of deep fried. You actually get whole foods over things that are heavily processed, because you know it will make you feel better and your head will be clearer. You will be able to make more decisions more freely. Next up, we've got practice freedom. Remember that when you release the weight of judgment, of people saying to you, oh, you've changed, you're different, you're so strict now, you think you're better than us, you are just a completely different person. Actually, discipline gives you freedom because you have the kind of life where you have a lot more options when you feel healthy, when you're able to look in the mirror, and feel good about how your body looks, when the investments that you have made are effortlessly giving you passive income every single month. It gives you freedom that really is worth all of the backhanded compliments and comments, because it'll just make you think, while you are making these comments, I'm here living a life that is far more free than I could have ever dreamed of. And it is never truly the end. Beloved, in this everything will be okay, the month of May brings an ending that isn't forever. So if you're traveling in May for quite a while, for a couple weeks, and you're traveling into June, you're saying bye to your loved ones for the time being. Furthermore, also someone leaving, someone moving for just a few months out of your life during May is what's happening next, because this is a temporary goodbye, not a forever type of thing that I see for you. And next up, within setting boundaries, it is really important that you set boundaries for your own good. As a Capricorn, you're super hardworking, and sometimes the lines can get blurred between where you end and someone else's work and opinion begins. And your guides want to say to you to claim your power and know your value today, not next month, not next week, not another time, but right now, to stop feeling like you have to give in to other people's wants and wishes and expectations of you, because quite frankly speaking, that is none of your business. You don't need to care. And if you want to go and travel, if you want to start a business, if you want to be with someone that you have a crush on, if you want to not date, it's nobody's business what you do with these areas of your life and what feels good to you, especially if the person who's giving you unsolicited advice is someone whose life that you don't desire to live and you don't desire to have. Next up, we've got together. Find joy in the simple pleasures of just being together. I do see here that for you, you'll be spending time romantically with someone if you're married or in a committed relationship. This makes sense that you'll be spending time with your person more than usual during the month of May. So watching more movies together, chilling, going out for dinner, dates, just being together and having romantic moments that you haven't had so deeply in a long time, finding back together. And if you are single, I want you to know that what this shows is, even if it's a situationship, even if it's not yet a solidified relationship, you're spending time with another person and it feels really good. Even just to have someone to text, to call, someone asking you what you're doing and complimenting you and giving you attention that you didn't have before. It feels good to feel like you've got someone in your corner and that someone is listening to you and paying attention. Next we have the X. Okay, my gorgeous Capricorn. The X tells us here you're healing from past heartbreak and it takes time. Be patient with yourself because the X is going to come back up. The X is going to text you, call you, reach out, even if it seems really unlikely. And I see that it's going to happen just shortly after you've rediscovered either photos or an item that you took together that you purchased when they were there. You purchased this item by yourself, and already when you purchased it, you were somewhere with your ex and they didn't surprise you with it. You purchased it yourself for yourself, and in a way it kind of already then rubbed you the wrong way because you thought it's just something so small, they could make me so happy. Maybe it was even your birthday or it was a kind of national holiday, and instead of just doing something small and kind for you, they just didn't. And it just reminds you and confirms to you that they are meant to be an ex, and if they reach out, it will bring back up emotions that your guides want you to learn to control through positive affirmation, through reminding yourself that you are lovable, that you are brave, you are beautiful, and that you deserve better. You deserve a healthy and happy relationship. Keep repeating that to yourself. Keep making sure that whenever you feel like you're not enough or you feel like your self-confidence is kind of a little shaky, just keep saying to yourself, I'm amazing, I'm lovable, I'm intelligent, I'm smart, I'm grateful, I'm worthy, I love myself. Keep repeating these almost with like a type of passion, almost like you're angry, okay, with a lot of emotion, with a lot of fire. And soon it will become natural. First it will seem really weird, and then it will start to internalize, and you'll actually start to see the results of this. And here your spirit guides are confirming in number 33, making a vision board. 33 is another master number. You already received master number 22 earlier on within your reading. And I want you to know here, making a vision board means cutting out images, vibes, things that you love, that you want your future to be like, and putting it all together in the form of like a collage, so to say. I have 2 already hanging in my living room, and a little pro tip, pro hack that I have for you is to make all of the images black and white, then put it onto a background. It could be a piece of paper, it could be a piece of cardboard, and then put a frame, a wood frame around it. Hang it up in your house. It looks so high-end because it's black and white, and it won't disrupt any of the color patterns or aesthetic you might have in your home, and you don't have to worry or wonder about whether the images that you're putting together even go together. So making a vision board can be fun, and it's like making art for your home. It's making art for your environment, and every single day when you look at your vision board, it reminds you of where you're going, and it gives you the drive to get there. It subconsciously already attunes you to your goals, which is the best thing that you can do for yourself in order to get there at lightning speed. So my gorgeous Cappy baby, this is the reading that I received for you. I hope that you found it insightful. If you did, make sure that you leave a little diamond emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know that you were here, you received your reading, and you watched it all the way to the end. Because that's the only way anyone would know that you're a part of the Capricorn family. Furthermore, all of the links to my free trainings are below, whether it is a love reading, a training on starting your business, or elevating your existing business. I pick you up exactly where you're at and in exactly the area of your life where you would like support. So check out those links in the description box as well. And wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my beautiful Aquarius. Welcome to the final part of your May prediction and preparation. I hope that you enjoyed our meditation as well as our manifestation practice, and then picking part 1 of your reading during the intro of this video. But now let's talk all things Aquarius. You're either an Aquarius rising or moon. Let's see what's coming towards you during the month of May. So we have got simplicity and a white feather. So don't be surprised when you've got a white feather that shows up shortly after you've received your psychic prediction, and courage. So the white feather is going to be your symbol to be courageous. Just do it. You have a new job opportunity on the table. Take it. You have this hunch to start your own YouTube channel or podcast or blog or business. Go for it. It's very simple, my gorgeous Aquarius baby. If you want it, you go for it. Don't overthink it. Don't think about, oh, well, statistically, a lot of people fail or often things don't work out. You are not meant to be the rule, okay? And these are just statistics. I want you to remember that in order for those statistics to exist, there also have to be winners. So it's not purely always risk. It's not purely always, oh my God, what if it doesn't work out? Well, what if it does? And isn't it worth taking the risk to lead a life that you dream of leading? Next up, we've got purity. As an Aquarius, you are very innovative. You're usually extremely freedom-loving, rebellious, and you don't really like when people tell you what to do. And I do want you to know here that for the month of May, what's coming towards you is a very pure month of focusing on yourself, focusing on simplifying your life. And I also see that you are detoxing in many ways. You're getting rid of a lot of things. I see it's taking courage for you to let go of a lot of items that you were attached to before. So letting go of things you no longer need, whether it's furniture, clothing, even things like documents, scanning them and just saving them digitally, but letting go of them physically. And I want you to know here that just cleaning up, lightening the things that you have in your possession is making everything a lot easier, purer, and simpler in your life. This is because you have this strong urge and need for transformation. Perhaps you even want to go somewhere to a beach. You want to fly to Bali. You want to go to the Philippines. You want to go to Singapore, Bahamas, Punta Cana, wherever it is, Puerto Rico, South America, different places there, Brazil, and so on. But I see that because you can't just pick up and go, I see that in order to simplify your life and prepare yourself for some upcoming trips, you're getting rid of a lot of things. And what you're doing is you're first going on your own personal trip of getting rid of stuff where you're at right now. And then you're going to go for your travel. Then you're going to go for your next big trip. So you are transforming where you currently are in order to prepare for where you are going. Next up, we have seek guidance in this. It is time for a different perspective. I do see that the month of May is giving you a completely different perspective, and perhaps even from plant medicine, from substances that you are engaging with, and sometimes even just being sleep deprived and eating a lot of sugar can be all it takes for you to go into a half hallucinogenic state. And I want you to know in seeking guidance that May is going to bring you a lot of moments where you're like, am I okay? I can't remember consuming anything that would change my state of being, but you're feeling kind of like very high like hello, if that makes sense. Very like that Post Malone song. Drunk when I walked through the door, so effing high like hello. That is the lyric that comes to mind. Next up, we have you can do hard things. Now, it's not as impossible as it may feel, and it's only impossible until it's done. Remember that so many things seemed impossible until someone actually did it and created out of what was their imagination, something that was tangible in the 3D. Just think about things that we take for granted or are the norm in this day and age, like the internet, like your phone basically being a little mini computer, like even cars and electricity. Imagine if you would have asked people 300 years ago, what would you like as an upgrade for the horse carriage? They just would have said, oh, a faster, stronger horse carriage. But no, look at what we as human beings invented, what we were able to develop. But also imagine the ridicule that people probably endured when they had a vision of something that up until that time nobody could even picture and imagine, let alone would have the courage to say, I'm going to make this a reality. Next up, within Kayini, I do see that the month of May is bringing you a chance to connect with a group of people that you haven't seen in a while. So a family gathering, a gathering at work with workmates, with colleagues that you have not gotten together with in a long time. And this situation would have really triggered you in the past. But actually in May, you're kind of taking it in stride because you don't take things personally anymore, and you don't take advice from people who aren't in a situation that you want to be in. And in Nana Buluku, I can see here that you rest in order to create, and you understand in May that you have been overextending yourself in so many ways, way too frequently, and to really create, to really make something amazing, you also need to prioritize rest. And that's what you're doing during the month of May. You're taking your rest seriously. And in order to actually create something really great and to make the extra money, to take the strides forward, to make your business successful, you need to be able to think. And my gorgeous Aquarius, I want you to know that there are so many times where I was working extremely hard, and actually all I needed was a phone-free 2-hour walk in the nature to free my head and to get inspiration, to free myself from being in the hamster wheel, but going into think mode and going into this is not how I'm going to do it mode. I am thinking about who's going to do it, especially if you're a business owner, if you're a small business owner and you're doing everything by yourself and you're constantly thinking, how am I going to do it? It's not how am I going to do it? It's really more often who can do this. Because imagine if, for example, you try to put together your very own website, or you try to develop your own strategy for offers, and there are people out here who know exactly how to do it, or you're trying to create your own tarot or oracle deck. And the thing is, like, while you're breaking your head and trying to wrap your head around how you're going to make it a reality, how you're going to do it, in that time you could have made 10x the money to just pay someone to do the thing that you're breaking your head over, and they would have done it 10 times better than you and faster. And then you could have also made even more money by just already having it, because time is extremely valuable when it comes to the calculation of your career. And so focusing instead of on how you're going to do it, focusing on who's going to do it and how you can set yourself up in a way that it makes so much sense economically for you to just find the right people rather than trying to always do everything by yourself and overwork yourself. Even in your private life, whether it be getting someone to help you clean your home once every 2 weeks, whether it's having a professional organizer come to your home to help you do things, whether it's having someone do your taxes professionally so it's done well and you don't make any mistakes and you're not sitting there hoping and wondering that nothing comes back that says, oh, actually you need to pay a lot more, or you have to pay a fine, or whatever it is. There are just certain areas of life where it's best for you to focus on your expertise and allow for someone else whose area of expertise is something that you don't like doing. Allow for them to do it, happily pay them, become a great buyer, and trust me, you too will attract great clients, great customers, great buyers of your own service and what you have to provide. Now, my gorgeous Aquarius baby, this is the reading that I received for you. I hope that you found it insightful and that it hit home, that it resonated. Let me know below in the comment section. Leave an Aquarius emoji below to let me and others know that you were here. And wherever you are on our gorgeous planet right now, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous Pisces baby. Welcome to your May prediction and horoscope. So this is the horoscope portion. Your prediction took place during part 1 of your reading, which I hope that you enjoyed, because we're going to add this onto your horoscope, which is based on your zodiac sign. And I hope that you also enjoyed our meditation and manifestation practice for May together. So let's move deeply into your Pisces horoscope. Let's not lose any time, shall we? So first and foremost, one thing that I do see here within LHAS is that you're having a very stubborn and determined month. You are experiencing this sense of intuitively knowing when something is right. We've got the crescent moon here, and then you go for it. Just as within this elk, we have this stubborn energy of leadership, of getting things done, and of not being afraid of other people not agreeing with your opinion or agreeing with your approach. Because after all, they're not going to have to deal with the consequences if it doesn't work out, so why should they care? Next, we have the diamond tiger of the black moon. The diamond tiger of the black moon brings a message to bring second chances to people who are coming back during the month of May. You'll have some people crawling back, you'll have some people trying to be friends again, get back into your good graces. Usually I never recommend that you take anyone back, but here within number 37, the diamond tiger of the black moon, second chances bring success. So you are going to have an opportunity to give something a second shot during the month of May, and it's actually going to bring success. It's actually going to be a great choice for you to make. Let's see what else that Spirit has to say about this. We have Lena. Within Lena, remember that what must be shall be. There are exceptions to every rule. There are love stories where people have to first go apart and live separate lives before they can come back together. There are situations professionally where people have to first have things not work out and then come back with their business partner, with their idea, and create the biggest success that they ever could, a bigger success than they could have ever even dreamed of. Remember here that what must be shall be, what is meant to happen will happen. And again, we have this strong-headed, kind of very stubborn mindset for you during the month of May, which is why we've received another hardened skull here. And the elk also with the antlers is always a representation of stubbornness, of leadership energy, of fearlessness in your opinion and your conviction. So moving even more deeply into your reading, one thing that I'm also getting here is the number 7. 37, the diamond tiger, and 7, Lena. Then we've got 24, let love guide you. Choose to see the good in the world today. The month of May is going to give you a lot of opportunities to see the good and to just allow for love to guide you, to just allow for love to be the reason why you trust, why you give people another chance, and why you listen to your emotion. I see here in conjunction to Lena that when it comes to being guided to give second chances, listen to your heart, because you'll know when it's right for you to give someone a second chance and for you to take a situation back and retry. Next up, we've got number 17, go on an adventure, and this card literally showed up in one of my closed communities as well, my invitation only groups. And within go on an adventure, today is the day to try something daring. This showed up 2 days ago in my closed group, closed community, and showing up again here for you, Pisces, because this is a sign. May is the perfect month for you to go on an adventure, to try something new, to try something daring, to really not care about what anyone thinks and just go and do it. Just go and live your life. At the end of the day, anyone who has an opinion about that isn't paying your bills, and they're probably also not making you happy or there for you every second of the day. So you might as well go and live unapologetically. You might as well go and just do whatever the hell you want to do. Next up, we've got the 10 and 90 ratio. This is from my Wild Muse Oracle deck, and the meaning that I gave this oracle is that life really is just 10% of what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. And by reacting with grace, by reacting with care, by reacting with a sense of pride in what you're doing, no matter what life throws at you, it shows that you're unshakable, and unshakable people always end up winning. I see here within Boss Up, literally the next message we've received is that you are a boss with unshakable energy, my gorgeous Pisces. So if you've ever doubted yourself, or if you're meant to accomplish your big dreams and aspirations that you envisioned for yourself, yes, you are. If you needed the confirmation, you are a boss. May is the month of bossing up, of not playing any games, and of taking everything that you desire because you deserve it. And because why not you? Why wouldn't you be the one in the private jet? Why wouldn't you be the one who has their own animal sanctuary? Why wouldn't you be the one who owns a Fortune 500 company? Why wouldn't you be the one that is singing on stages, making people feel connected on this planet through your art and your music? Remember, here within the jar of dreams, there is no dream that you have that is unattainable, too big, or quote unquote unrealistic. It is your mind that frames your dreams and your desires, and you might as well train your mind to frame your dreams and your desires in a way that suits you and in a way that actually brings you closer to your dreams, because most likely all of the dreams that you have seen being lived and done somewhere by another person. And if someone else could do it, why wouldn't it be you, my gorgeous Pisces? Why aren't you next? Why wouldn't you, in this short and beautiful life, be able to experience all of your desires, especially if someone else has already experienced it? Why wouldn't you be next up in line to experience everything that you want? And all right, we received dance next. It's funny because right before I sat down to film your horoscope, I actually danced. I actually took a couple moments to put on a cute outfit, a cute skirt, because that always looks so fun when you're dancing. It looks very hot, very like a early 2000s music video. So I was just really feeling that vibe, dancing alone in my kitchen, dancing in front of my mirror, having a good time, shaking it out, clearing the vibration and the energy and the space in myself, in my filming room, in my filming studio. And your guides are literally trying to say to you, dance, shake it out, have fun, have a great time. As a Pisces, you can sometimes get so much in your head that you forget to move, and you forget how much movement actually clears you of the overthinking and of holding back. Because sometimes when you're not taking action swiftly and you're kind of delaying a lot of things, sometimes that could be because right now you are in a state of actually being so busy and overthinking so much that all you have to do is quit thinking and move your body. You have to get your body into a different type of vibration. And that's exactly what May is here to teach you. Have fun, dance, learn to interrupt any type of tension and heaviness with moving your body in a way that feels intuitive and good. And then we've also got abundance planning. May is a time for you to plan your abundance, because your abundance is increasing. You're getting more money than you thought. And your guides are trying to say to you, plan what you're going to do with these funds. Make sure some of your funds are always allocated to income generating assets. So to growing your wealth, to growing your financial stability, to creating more wealth moving forward, so you can lean back, relax, and enjoy when you're older, and so that you have income that comes in regardless of how your day-to-day job and work is going. Abundance planning also means that you do manifestations about money and abundance, and you can pair this up really well with our May manifestation practice that I introduced you to at the start of this video. And you can literally write down in real time your financial goals as though they've already happened now, and as though you're already living them right now, in order to manifest them into being, to manifest them into the 3D. And trust me, I write down every single day how much I make, what I'm experiencing, what I'm doing, and It is something that after a shorter amount of time than you even thought possible, journal it, write down the dates, you will see changes. You will see more abundance in your life when you practice this regularly and you take this manifestation technique seriously. Now, my beautiful Pisces baby, this is your May prediction that I've received for you. I hope that you found it insightful and that you enjoyed it. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section and leave a plain emoji below to let me and others know that you're a Pisces who watched their reading all the way to the end, because that's the only way that anyone would know. You'd have to be a Pisces and you'd have to watch to the end of the reading to know to leave the airplane emoji below. So my gorgeous Pisces baby, this is the reading that I've received for you. Wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, know that I'm sending you so much love and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings.